probably pretty loud. Sorry. I'll do it again. I love how the audience can adjust the volume of their applause. It's amazing.
Sweet.
Hey, Chris, we're back.
Hey, we are back. We're so back. Oh my God.
It's the Nerdrotic Nooner. It's hump day. Everything is sexually themed. You could even interpret Nerdrotic as that, although that was not the original intention. It was more the neurotic thing than the erotic thing. But hey, you know what? Things take a life of their own, and you do what you like. I'm very happy to be back. But let's not bury the lead, X-Ray Girl. We're happy Chris Gore is here with us.
That's right. I'm here and alive.
Yeah, because something happened over the weekend that made me angry, dude. I want to find this mofo.
I'm like, I just shrugged my shoulders because last time I was in a fender bender like years ago, a long time ago, and the guy's like, "We don't need to do insurance. Here's my phone number. I'll just give you money." Of course, that was bullshit. Anyone that gets in one of these fender benders, they don't have insurance. It's awful. So I'm on the 110 freeway north. There's no shoulder. Some guy sideswipes me. I start following him because there's no shoulder on the 110 to pull over to exchange insurance information. He is swerving all over. My girlfriend's on the phone to 911. She takes a picture. We get his license plate. He pulls off to an exit. He starts like he's trying to get away. He's not going to stop to exchange insurance. I pull in front of him and he rams my vehicle. It's what someone reached out to me and said, that's vehicular assault.
That's vehicular assault, and you can maybe even push it to attempted murder.
True. Yeah. I don't think I was not targeted. It was random. He was either drunk or stole the car.
He's an illegal alien who was drunk and probably stole the car. I'll say
that's probably true. So all I did was I did what you're supposed to do. I called my insurance company. I filed a report with CHP, but CHP was just like shrugging their shoulders like, here's how this is gonna go. And he could say I hit the accelerator on accident. You know, he could explain his way out of it.
Goddamn California cops always trying to get out of shit. Run the fucking license plate. That's all you got to do. It's fucking easy.
They did. They found him. He lives near me, and they're just going to follow up. Look, all I care about is my car will get fixed, whatever. The guy has no insurance. F him, who cares? Like, I want to put it behind me.
Damn it, I should have committed crime now, Chris.
Right.
Dude, I had the entire Encinitas Sheriff's Department looking for me back in the 80s. And I didn't do half the, I was guilty. Okay. I'm not saying I wasn't guilty, but like I had fucking entire regiments looking for me.
It seems like crime is so rampant in LA that they are like, yeah, that's a Tuesday in LA, although it happened on a Sunday. Yeah. Anyways, I just posted on social media about it, and I got a lot of really good advice. So I'm just going through the process the correct way, you know, like fewer and fewer Americans are these days going through things correctly.
Sure.
And I'm putting it behind me. I got other shit to deal with. I mean, it's always been my dream to work in a coal mine. And there's a movie on Netflix that I'm sure will appeal to so many who share the same dream of working in a coal mine. And I'm sure we'll get to that trailer for, what is it? Queen of Coal. It's Pedro Pascal's sister, brother. I don't know. How do you put it? Trans?
Well, we'll get to that trailer reaction, which the trailer came out today, right? Or yesterday.
It's weird because it's a different title. It's a foreign film. It's in Spanish. And the U.S. title is Queen of Coal on Netflix. That description, it's on social media. It's like, this is the company buying Warner's. It's not, they're not. Oh, God.
We're gonna, like, that's the one thing we have not talked about, right? So,
dude,
we got to talk. We're going to be talking about Warner Brothers, Netflix, Paramount for sure. And that's going to dominate the conversation until the sale happens or doesn't, whatever. Definitely going to talk about Supergirl.
Yes.
Poster came out today. We're going to talk about Queen of Coal. We're going to talk about Aragorn being recast. And I will briefly review the war between the land and sea because I have seen it. I have seen it.
I'm interested.
And
here.
well, I mean, I have an interesting review of it. I think.
I mean, but Gary, you haven't done a video in like 9 days.
I know. Okay.
You haven't dropped a video.
Dude, when Mark Millar goes, I don't mean to sound like a school mom, but you haven't done a video in 9 days. I'm like, fuck. So I couldn't do a video over the weekend because I was at a conference. I was at the Quest for Ancient Civilization conference with Michael Collins, and I got to meet David Hatcher Childress from Ancient Aliens, and William Henry from Ancient Aliens is the coolest dude ever. Love that guy.
Really?
He was the coolest dude ever. I love that guy. So he's now my favorite person on Ancient Aliens after getting to know him and talking to him a little bit. Really cool, chill dude. Met Billy Carson. He was very nice. It was fun. It was fun. The best part was Randall couldn't make it. He was supposed to be there, but he couldn't make it because he had kidney stones, like on a plane.
Oh, wow.
And
Jesus.
they burst. Like one of them burst something. So he had to go straight to the hospital. But dude, the warrior he is. He still piped in on a live stream, and then Graham Hancock joined him, and they did just an exclusive thing for everybody. And it was, dude, I hope they put that out on the internet because it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, that was fun. It was fun. And we got to see, some of the Egypt crew. So Noons was there, ABF, Happy Jessica. So many people. It was great to see them and hang out with them. Freaking Noons comes out all the way from Dubai, right? She's jet lagged.
She's a G.
She's a G. She's awesome. So it was fun, but I couldn't make any videos, and I really wanted to make a video on Warner Brothers Netflix.
But I did like your Sunday night nooner was great. But the worst part for me, sorry to make it about me, was
okay.
Real BBC, real BBC, which I love. Real BBC, accent, which meant that Mahler and Az talked about video games, and I was completely disinterested. I did not.
Well, then
care.
Mahler's internet went out, and then Netflix Gary comes in, Eric July.
Yeah.
And they just made it whatever,
rip
it
in
in the
silverback.
silverback. And then at that point, I'm like hitting the gas. Got to get home. Got to save this show. No,
I know. I was like, oh.
We were in the hill country watching it. Yeah, I just couldn't get back in time. There was an accident in El Paso. Couldn't get back in time. Wow. But I will be working on a video today. I am dying to make a video. So the Netflix Warner Brothers, and I'm glad because the news changed. So I was going to make this big video, and then Paramount comes in with the hostile takeover. So I turned it into something completely different. Honestly, the stuff I care about, because the business side of it, I could give a fuck. I just got my popcorn out. I'm all, because this was a consequence that was coming, that was brought on not by COVID, by the strikes. This is a direct consequence of the strikes and Warner Brothers, one of the legacy OG studios, one of the greatest studios from Hollywood, being so criminally mismanaged, it has to sell because it's in debt. And that's not all David Zaslav's fault. Hollywood hates David Zaslav, so that makes me want to like him, Chris. Just naturally. I just like, okay, they all hate him, so I'm going to like him. But I still have to, we still have to call balls and strikes.
Right.
And I think he's on paper, some of the moves he's made are really good. Like getting back to Lord of the Rings, getting back to Harry Potter, bringing James Gunn from DC. I was all for all of those decisions when I heard them. I'm like, great. This is like somebody who gets it. Get back. If you're just going to regurgitate shit, at least go back to what works, right? And a Harry Potter TV show was a no-brainer until they cast Black Snape. One of the most retarded casting moves in history. So I'm like, shit. Everything else looks good about the show, but until they did that. James Gunn, hey, we were like, a lot of us, except for the Snyder Bros, admittedly. We're like, it might be pretty good. Let's give him a chance. Not sure if James Gunn's right for Superman, but we'll give him a chance. That hasn't worked out very well.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings shouldn't be touched, but they did make a good move, Chris. Lord of the Rings 25th anniversary, except there's a problem. They're celebrating it in January of next year, a full year before the anniversary. But I'm here for it. I am ready for it. And, if they have any showings here, I'm going to buy a block of tickets and we'll do a meetup. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and it's the extended version.
It's the extended version.
In the theater. That's pretty cool,
But
actually.
it's Fathom.
And
what I want is like, the best prince. The best prince,
yeah.
And it's cool, but they're doing it through Fathom when Warner Brothers should be just doing this on their own. They should be.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Fathom stuff, but sometimes it's like watching a Blu-ray on a big screen.
It is
in a theater, which is fine. There are popcorn buckets, so
yeah, I'm down with it.
They may do another event later in the year.
I hope so.
But in starting off in January, maybe that's the plan. They did like Spider-Man. They have been re-showing the Spider-Man films almost every year now. Sony's realized that's like easy.
The Star Wars
money.
20th anniversary were like a huge event that I can't even describe. Because it was almost as huge as the original, like Star Wars coming back and just an anniversary, and they were selling out. They were the #1 movies for the weekend. There was big lines. Yeah. It was a big celebration. It was awesome, dude. It was awesome. The same thing should be going on with Lord of the Rings. And it might with Fathom. But I would say that they should really dedicate time and bring the cast back and do Q&As and do all, because, it's the greatest trilogy ever made. Why not?
Yeah.
But we're talking about Warner Brothers, Hollywood's dumbest studio. If Disney is Hollywood's most evil studio, Warner Brothers is the dumbest. So the latest on the takeover is, and maybe you can provide context with this, is Paramount is attempting a hostile takeover. And I think everybody in Hollywood wants Paramount to win. Listen, the best option, Chris, is Warner Brothers stays a studio on their own. They don't sell at all. That's the best option. Maybe spin off Discovery and do the original Zaslav plan. But that's not going to happen. So I guess the second best option is Paramount or Comcast. And I really can't decide. With some properties, Comcast is better, like with Harry Potter. And some people might want to initially side with Paramount because of their relationship with the White House, and they might think, well, they're just going to be this based company. I have to see that to believe it.
Yeah,
Kurtzman's still making Star Trek for them, so I need to be convinced on that one, which I am not. They brought us JJ Trek. Let's remember that. Skydance.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the Warner Brothers deal with Netflix is just awful. I mean, part of it is I've had some insiders reach out to me privately with some stuff, and they're saying that like part of what Netflix, there's a couple ulterior motives here. One, if during deal review, Warner Brothers can't take on any new deals, and no one is going to pitch them new IP. Because everything development was slow to a crawl, and they basically take out Warner Brothers as a competitor. If you look at like the Globes and even the Critics' Choice Award nominations, the two studios with the top number of nominations, not even close. It's Netflix and Warner Brothers. That's it. They take out a competitor. The second reason is, this is a weird thing, is Netflix wants WB to train their AI models. They want the IP because in the future, when amateurs start creating their own content, I'm reading the note that was sent to me, their own content on YouTube, they heavily rely on IP characters like Voldemort or Deckard or Dirty Harry. Netflix would control all of that. And then they can themselves do remixes a well-known characters, franchises, etc. So it's also about AI in the future. So there's a lot of reasons, none of them good.
No.
And you can talk about the storied history of WB as a company in Hollywood. Look, MGM is MGM Plus owned by Amazon. It's nothing. It's nothing now.
And it's only part of MGM. I learned this recently. It's only MGM for certain properties and a certain era. God, I forgot who owns the other part of MGM. It's really bizarre how that was broken up.
Yeah.
But like Netflix is the absolute worst option. And then we have to get into, they would own DC Comics. Yeah. Netflix would own DC Comics. Now, Netflix has made comics through Mark Millar. It's actually pronounced Miller, but I'm just going to stick with Millar because that's what I've been saying for years. So what would happen with the publishing? And that's a big question. They would also be in control of Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. And this is Netflix. So none of this is good. None of this is good. It's the absolute worst option. Just look at Sandman. Look at what they did with Sandman. Now, occasionally Netflix can make something good, but it's usually when they farm it out from another country. And when you make so much stuff, you're bound to make something good. But they've never made anything consistently good. I mean, House of Cards was probably consistently good until they got rid of Kevin Spacey. Orange is the New Black. People just watched it for the lesbian sex. I'm convinced of that. And Stranger Things, which has been certainly up and down. And I would say the first part of season 5 is down, especially after watching it twice, dude. It's not very good. It's not very good. But they're the worst option. So Paramount comes in and with this hostile takeover, I don't even know how that works, but I guess they would have to consider it. Again, I'm not a financial analyst. But Zaslav's a genius because he's getting his stock price just run up right now. And it's all good for him. He's going to be eating good. But I think the biggest factor, Chris, is DC. Because while Warner Brothers currently owns the distribution rights to Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and A Song of Ice and Fire, they own DC outright. They own DC, everything about DC. And they took a big gamble on getting James Gunn. And there's been a lot of arguing over Superman. The thing is, the discourse online is not concerning any plot elements, theory crafting about the movie. It is, was it a success or not? And if you have to continually ask if a movie was a success or not, it really wasn't. Now, I'm not going to go out and call it a flop. But it was mediocre, and you get a mediocre response. So maybe they ground out like a profit of even $50 million. Well, you don't spend $350 million to make $50 million. So I think we can all agree, despite some, that it wasn't this massive success that you're like, okay, the DCU's looking good, superhero movies are looking good, we're healthy. No, that's not the case. And then they decide to release their second movie. So let's go down to what they've released so far, Chris. They've Creature Commandos, an animated show. Okay, odd choice to start your DCU with, but whatever. If Superman's good, it's all good. Superman, which was mediocre, and then Peacemaker, which was freaking terrible. Like Ironheart terrible, Disney Plus terrible. And then all of a sudden Lanterns gets delayed, and your next thing is going to be Supergirl, a character every DC fan, every comic fan likes. Everybody likes Supergirl. Should it be your second movie when you're launching a cinematic universe. No, absolutely not. And we get the trailer tomorrow. We got a teaser for the trailer, and it looks a lot like what we got of her at the end of Superman, the drunk party girl, Supergirl from the Tom King Woman of Tomorrow. And we have a poster.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Truth, justice, whatever.
It's so dumb. Truth,
Are
justice.
you fucking kidding me? You won't
Whatever.
say truth, justice. That might have worked if you used truth, justice in the American way, which you didn't. So that just expresses your attitude towards DC, towards Superman. I know there's a rumor out there, like all the rumors are crazy, that like crypto pees on Superman. I wouldn't be surprised, but
No. There was someone who has seen the trailer, one of the influencer shill types, saw the trailer and said he can confirm that the trailer is dog piss. And then he had an emoji that implied he was joking. But so he's seen it, crypto pissing in the trailer.
So it's crypto is
some
pissing.
way.
That's great. I mean, hey, awesome. We get to see we get bisexual orgies and crypto pissing before we get Batman and Wonder Woman.
He said, I think the quote was, "I can confirm the trailer is dog piss." And then it was like a laughing emoji.
LOL.
Laughing and crying. Yeah. So, yeah. It's going to be more of the gun kind of,
irreverent.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It worked for Guardians. It really worked for Guardians and even the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
His way of looking at things was a perfect match. Not for these classic characters. There's no sense of awe and wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are moments. I mean, it really gives you a newfound appreciation for what Zack Snyder did with Man of Steel. He introduced a Clark/Superman that was really convincing. Henry Cavill, spot on, amazing casting. And oddly, a score that is, I'm not going to say it's better than John Williams' Superman 1978, but it's right up there. That is a great score by Hans Zimmer.
Yep.
It's different. I didn't like obviously no one likes the stupid, Costner, Pa Kent, with the, and a couple, but man, there are moments of awe and wonder when he is finding out about his heritage, when he's first learning to fly, the way the ground James Gunn's Superman never stopped for a moment to show you what it felt like to be Superman. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, exactly.
What is it like to be Superman? I want to feel that. I want to be Superman or aspire to be what Superman embodies value-wise, what he can do with his powers. He could murder people he doesn't. He chooses the path of light and good. What is it like to be and have that kind of responsibility? We saw that in 1978, original Superman with Chris Reeve. We saw it in Zack Snyder. Don't love all of it, but there are parts. There is none of that in Gunn's Superman. Not one moment. Not one moment where it stops and we feel what it's like to be Superman. We see and Clark has like 2 scenes with Lois. Or us. It's weird. It's Ryan Kinnell was pointing that out. It's like he has like 2 scenes with her, really.
Yep.
They barely interact. She spends most of her time with the Mr. Terrific.
Yep.
So, and it shows Gunn's just not the right guy for this. I think give him a weird team-based thing, but he is really wrong for this. And maybe running a studio is beyond. When you're running a studio, writing season 2 of Peacemaker, I just got to say, like, you are spread too thin and it shows. And even someone like Roger Avery, Oscar winning screenwriter,
Yes.
co-wrote Pulp Fiction. Made a comment about Superman that I couldn't believe.
A based individual.
A based individual. He just said, I mean, I'll find it because I think I sent it to you.
Worked on a little thing called Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, but I have to look on my X, but he really just said I tried to give it a chance. I didn't like it. So
no, X-Ray Girl could. I think I bookmarked it. Hang on.
I'll find it. But anyways,
yeah.
Dude, it's just really freaking sad. It's sad, and I have no enthusiasm for what's coming.
No. My concern from the beginning, and it was proved out with this movie, is James Gunn is too cynical to make something like Superman. He just is. Yeah. He doesn't believe in truth, justice, and the American way, and that's why they didn't do it. So that's why putting that on that fucking poster is retarded, because you're just going to piss off everybody who said, where in the hell was truth, justice, and the American way? And we know why they left it out. There it is.
Here it is. Roger Avery, I tried in earnest to watch the Gunn Superman last night, but couldn't stand it. Just couldn't stand it. In a cinema, I would have suffered through it, and maybe it would have eventually won me over. But at home, I threw the merciful kill switch. I then washed my eyes with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So we should get Roger Avery on the show.
We should get Roger Avery on the show.
Get him on the show.
Do you think we should get him on the show?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. He's been on Rogan with Quentin Tarantino. Great show, by the way. Great episode.
Yeah.
So if we go back down to that truth, because that sticks in my craw a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Look at this. Truth, justice,
and whatever.
That just it again.
No, that's poking the bear. That is trolling. And you don't want to be trolling when you're promoting a movie and you want everybody to see your DCU. Part of me wants to respect the troll, but this is stupid. Utterly stupid.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I like her.
Millie Alcock, not Alcock, guys. Alcock was very good in House of the Dragon season 1. And her casting as Supergirl is fine. And the costume looks good. Unfortunately, it's covered up with I'll tone down why am I toning down my language? Bar whore jacket, and we're gonna get Party Girl. And the reason I bring up Tom King, because most of you don't read comics anymore, which is sad, but there's a reason for that. They're not good. Tom King is a writer with a shtick. So he rose to prominence during a Batman run that admittedly started pretty good, but then he pulled the rug out from all the fans because it was setting up to marry Catwoman, which he should never marry. That was stupid. So ultimately, I'm glad they didn't do it, but the way they didn't do it fucked over comic stores. They made it this big event, Chris, and they're like, people were dressing up and cosplaying for this wedding event, and then Catwoman leaves Batman at the altar. Cucks him completely. So Tom King, former CIA recruiter, by the way, with mommy issues, has a lot of priors against fandom. There was a moment he decided to wake up and canceled Jay Lee for doing a comic book cover. And he got shot down for that. But yeah, he woke up one morning and said, Jay Lee's doing a comic cover for somebody I don't like, so we're going to cancel him. Jay Lee responds like, basically, F you, and thanks for doing that in the day my dog died. Or he was going down to it was right after his dog died. And Asian guy, by the way, so stop the Asian hate, Tom King. Stop the Asian hate. But he's done other stuff too, and his shtick in writing is basically a dude with severe depression and mommy issues. He wrote Mr. Miracle, that limited series where he kills himself. And his Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow, is basically True Grit. It's basically True Grit. I would have gone to a lot of other Supergirl stories before Tom King, but that's where James Gunn lives. That James Gunn wants to make the Grant Morrison, Tom King type of DC comics, which I think if you build up to that would work. But the reason Grant Morrison stuff worked is Grant Morrison still respected the hero, for one. And number two, he was also working on building blocks that had been put there by great writers who had made a foundation for the character of Superman and Batman. And he was working off that and trying to evolve it a little bit. In other words, it took decades to build up to where we could get to Grant Morrison stories. You don't start with that.
Right.
So that's the mistake. I mean, like, this is the guy who wanted to make The Authority the second movie in the DCU. And then basically turned the Justice Gang into a lighter version of them.
Right. So that's why Authority, he's already altering the plan. I mean, and to be fair, they've all done it. DC altered their plan, obviously. Yeah. Marvel, you can go back at when they would lay out, and to the point where Kevin Feige stopped doing it. Remember when we were at Comic-Con when Robert Downey Jr. came out, did his reveal, and Feige came out and said, we're not doing the whole phases thing. We're just going to talk about what's coming. Like it was very telling, you know?
Yeah. Truth, justice, and whatever. And we'll see the trailer tomorrow. And it's going to be a space adventure like Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris.
Yeah.
Super different from everything he's done. Yeah, you're right. James Gunn is good with Suicide Squad. He's good with Guardians. I would argue if he did a Doom Patrol, that'd probably be definitely in his wheelhouse. Not good for traditional heroes.
Well, I would argue James Gunn peaked with the first Guardians movie, and everything else has been less than that now to Superman and Peacemaker, where it's not good. So he peaked with that first Marvel movie he made was really amazing and something special. And I remember people being blown away. I remember it's like, it was so amazing to see that in a theater, people just like, what the hell? We're only here because of Marvel. And then, you know, beloved characters, great moments. The soundtrack thing became his signature thing that he does. And now it's kind of just
it's shtick.
It's kind of over.
Kind of over. So, yeah. So the rumor is that Gunn has been his contract has been extended for a year to 2027, which makes sense because Man of Tomorrow comes out in 2027. But I wouldn't say his future is solidified, and I would argue that it was in question prior to any talks of sale. But what do you do? The question is, what do? You can't reboot the DCU again. I mean, they could try, but you can't. The normies are already out on superhero movies. They're like, I can't see this thing doing well. And I'll be making a video on that. Yeah. It's not very bright. The future is not bright. People are moving on. And, it was just unfortunate that James Gunn took over the DCU after so many problems. And you can't blame it all on him. The reason that superhero fatigue is here, and it has everything to do with a bunch of horrible movies, the MCU, and a lot of DC flops prior to this, which we talked about. Mm-hmm. And we said Superman and Fantastic Four would determine the future of the superhero movie, and they did. Definitively. So, yeah, we'll see this trailer tomorrow. We'll see this trailer tomorrow.
And maybe a Doomsday trailer.
Do you think they would? That would be so funny if Marvel just. That would be great. I would love it. But no word on the Doomsday trailer. I've been trying to find out when it's coming out, but the person we talked to doesn't know. Yeah. Also, heard the rumor that I'm forgetting her name, Sadie. Max from Stranger Things is going to be Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's part of a strategy? I don't know.
I don't know how that works because it's technically a Marvel character now. So
Yeah.
you want to introduce an X-Men in possibly Tom Holland's last Spider-Man movie. I don't know. But I did try to get confirmation of that, and our mutual friend said, security's so tight on this thing. I honestly don't know. It's possible.
Huh. Weird.
Which is,
right.
I think like we're done getting answers. That's the way I interpreted that. So we will see. We will see. You saw Grace's thing, right, Chris?
What did she say now?
Oh, you didn't see that? I went over the whole video.
Which dumb thing did she say?
I'm sorry. I need to be specific about the MCU.
Oh, yeah. What'd she say? Like, she's like, no, it's not like
I don't react to like videos like that often, but I did a couple nights ago. And I'll sum it up with she's talking about the MCU unironically, like she's just calling it the MCU, which is good. We finally got there. We're making some progress.
Yeah.
Then she backs that up by saying Marvel needs to play more to the women and the gays because they haven't been doing it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When they do it, no one shows up.
What? That's the
my
whole point
thing is
look, they have been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah. We've had how many in phase 4 gay characters? You had the Eternals had gay characters. You've got like it's gay or gay coded, and you've got, your DEI, all that stuff. The audience is not showing up. This is why I've always argued, people complain about why do they put in the gay? They want to put the gay shit in everything. It's got to be in everything. Here's what I say. Let the market decide. Disney start a whole new label, call it Disney Sparkle, make the gay shit for every age, cartoons.
Not for every age. No, I'd say for
let them do it and let the market decide. The market and see, is there an audience for it? If there isn't, then don't do that. But if there is an audience, then scale the cost of the content to the audience, which will be minuscule. That's my prediction.
There is no audience for a Glee-like Marvel that they would want to put resources into. Like, sure, there's an audience out there that will watch Agatha. It's not going to move the needle at all for their finances, for their subscribers, nothing. There was an audience for Acolyte. It wasn't an audience that is worth spending $230 million on for a series. So technically the audience exists. But the reason they went so male heavy on Doomsday is because they understood that the MCU was a complete disaster. The only problem is go look at that cast list. Outside of a couple old men and a couple of returning MCU heroes, it's a bunch of nothing. Yeah. Most normies are going to go, who? Who the fuck is the new Falcon?
Right.
So, yeah, she basically said that, look, she said, this is so funny. She's all, look at the success of Wicked. The second one's not really a success. And Barbie. But we can talk about the first Wicked and the first Barbie. And she said, we need to make more Marvel stuff for that crowd. Well, you have been for 5 years, and they didn't show up. And the proof, Barbie and Wicked, the first part, are proof that there is an audience out there for that stuff. They're not going to Marvel stuff, ever. Yeah. They might sound loud online, but they just aren't showing up. Since the MCU started, it has been nothing but diminishing returns and losses of hundreds of millions of dollars. So you can't say, and that's the thing when they were moving away from DEI, like all of Hollywood, but you can't say Marvel and Hollywood didn't try. They certainly tried with DEI, and they backed off of it because they lost a lot of money. But they're not completely backing off of it. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Woke is not dead in Hollywood, for sure.
I just think the thing is this. It's sort of like, I love strawberries and I like steak. I don't like strawberries on my steak. So when you are making these movies, which are like steak, and you're like, would you like something that doesn't go with steak on your steak? No, I don't want that. But so I'm just saying, take this kind of content, make it its own thing. Look, I applaud Queen of Coal. And we're gonna watch the trailer later.
Right now.
I'm gonna make you watch it. That is fully gay shit. Like, bravo to that movie. Like, we're going all the way. Good, go all the way, and let's see it. But it's like I don't want this stuff inserted into what should be earnest entertainment for an audience and a market that knows what it wants. And Marvel cooked. In phases 1, 2, and 3. It was the biggest buildup in movie history, probably never to be repeated. Look, not every movie was a banger, but there was a continuing story that was building towards something. There were threads, there were the Infinity Stones, there was the rivalry between Tony and Steve. It built to something big, and it was amazing. Phase 4, 5, and are we in 6? I don't even know about phases.
We're in 6.
Anymore. We're in 6.
We are officially in 6, yes.
What was that building toward? It was all about, now we're going to do all the, we're going to do all the things that really the audience kind of rejected. They were fine in the beginning. It's like, okay, we'll give benefit of the doubt. There was the pandemic, but this year is proof positive, that the market shrunk.
Oh, without a doubt.
The market cap on what a superhero movie will do is half of what it was. And I think will further dwindle. The trend is not up. The trend is this is down.
Mm-hmm. And the only way they continue it is by reducing budgets, which means you can't do huge event superhero movies all the time with multiple superheroes and multiple cast members. You need to get back down on the ground and make a singular superhero. And isn't it crazy that, it really got relaunched. The superhero thing got relaunched with Blade. And now we can't make a Blade. They can't make a Blade. One of the most simple fucking movies out there, and they can't make a Blade. Yeah, but but they can make Queen of Coal.
Oh my God.
Queen of Coal.
Wait, do you want to watch that now?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I sent
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, some of the guys say they've seen a shadow.
Wait.
Whose internet are we on, by the way? Are we on yours, X-Ray Girl?
Okay.
Should I show it?
Yeah, you should show it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are we on? Okay, go to.
Are you going to get good internet someday, X-Ray Girl?
I had no idea we were even changing our box today, and
wait, don't show the screen yet.
Oh, I'm so showing it.
I have it queued up. If you want to show it.
Look at those DMs just talking shit about Alan Ing. Oh my
shit!
God.
Don't show that.
Just
hello. Okay. Well, here I can show it if you want me to.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Share. Are you sharing?
I'm sharing. You're
full
sharing.
screen it.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let me go full screen.
So is this starring Pedro Pascal's brother?
Yes.
Correct.
For those of you with as heel versus babyface sight, this is a dude.
Yeah, let Az know. Let Az know.
Everybody let Az know this is a dude.
I think he would have already known.
Hey, hang on just a second.
That's crazy.
Fucking squirrels, man.
Again?
Yeah, they're
What
on
happened?
my roof. Well, they're on my roof trying to get in. Continue talking. I gotta tell.
Oh my God. All right.
Yeah. Oh well.
yeah.
Let me show the picture of Pedro and his sibling.
Okay. Yeah. We'll watch the trailer in a second.
So this is them.
It's them.
Yeah.
It's they them.
They them.
Yeah.
So this
I
movie
mean,
is
arguably his brother is more masculine than Pedro. Let's be real.
But let's read the description of this film, Queen of Coal, which is a completely different title in Spanish. Like it's not translated that. A trans woman dreams of working the coal mines, but in a town steeped in superstition and patriarchy. Carlita must fight to earn her place underground.
You are the patriarchy. What do you?
Here's what's weird. So you'll see in the trailer, the guy's like, it's like, well, you're a woman. You got to do woman stuff. Like, that's not what I want. I want to work the coal mines.
I want to get black lung.
What the fuck do you want? You like
woman wants to.
You become a trans woman because you want to be treated like a woman. She's treated like a woman, but doesn't like it because she wants to work in a coal mine. This is batshit.
It really is. It is based on a true story.
Who knows? Probably.
It's her story.
It's his story.
His story.
Her story. His
Big story.
It's her story. That's history. It's shimstery. Jesus Christ. So, and what streamer is this going to be on, Chris?
It's on Netflix.
Right.
Netflix.
It's very Netflix.
This is the most Netflix.
It's fucking
thing you can
Zoolander.
Oh,
it is
my-
Zoolander. Oh, let's see that we're gonna get in all kinds of trouble.
Okay, wait. So we're gonna watch this.
We're gonna watch this. Let's
Okay,
fucking
are
go.
you ready? All right, well,
by the
tell
way,
me-
real quick before you start, enjoy this live because it will have to be cut out in the re-upload because Netflix. I could fight it. I guess I could fight it, but
we're doing this.
we're doing
Okay,
this.
Tell me
Yeah,
if you want to
let's
pause.
go.
It's 90 seconds.
Okay, that's long.
Some of the guys say they've seen a shadow. Others say it's just a beam of light. The truth is, everyone believes it's the presence of the Black Widow, the woman who broke the superstition.
Oh my
and
God.
went
Pause.
into the mine on a day
Pause.
that wasn't St.
Pause.
Barbara's Day.
Could you pump up your volume a little bit?
I think it's all the way. It's all the way, Gary.
That looks like Mike from Stranger Things.
The
It
volume
kind of
is
does.
up all the way. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I got it. Max. Okay,
I'm sure we're not missing any high art here by not hearing the audio.
Let's keep going.
Rio to wait, what did I say? Rio to
Patagonia, something.
Patagonia, land of the giants.
Rio Turbio, Patagonia, Argentina, 2008. So it must be a true story.
Must be a true story.
Okay, so here we go.
It's always been my dream to work in the mine.
Rodriguez, Carlos, underground.
Do you feel safe in that work environment? I need a job, not friends.
Bad dubbing. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in what? Spanish or
Spanish.
Portuguese? Spanish.
Spanish, if it's
Yeah.
Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just really bad dubbing.
Not friends.
Based
Based
on
on
true
true
events.
To
Oh,
them, I'm
God.
just another guy.
You're not a guy and you're not like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you are.
Who is this?
Did they use a dude's voice for that too? Can you hear that?
Wait,
Can I hear that
let's
again?
go over this again. Okay. In the shower, you could pan down and you'd have your moment from what's that movie? Crying Game moment.
Oh wait.
To them, I'm just another.
What? Huh.
Oh my God.
Wait, let me go back.
I'm just another guy to them.
Oh my God. Okay.
I want to hear this voice. Hang on.
Okay, I'll back it up so you can hear.
To them, I'm just another guy.
You're not a guy, and you're not like that.
It does sound like a dude.
That's
Oh
a
my
dude.
god.
What? It's probably the trans friend. I don't know, but this person's dancing now.
You ever thought about leaving this place?
I was born wanting to leave.
Good thing you didn't.
Romance.
Barbara Rodriguez, ID number 37.
Cold.
255-313.
Black lung.
If you say you're a
Early
woman
death.
now, then you'll have
Equality.
to do women's work.
Wait. You already said
Say you're
No,
a
go
woman
back,
now,
go back.
you got to hear this line.
Rodriguez, ID number 37 255 313. If you say you're a woman now, then you'll have to do women's work.
You'll have to do woman's work.
There you
Oh
go.
my God.
You'll be you say you're a woman, you're going to be treated like a woman. Okay.
Isn't
Know
that what
this
they
company.
want?
Yes. That's what I thought. Okay. Only 27 seconds left. We'll get through it.
We'll get through it.
He assigns different jobs to women.
It's not fair what they're doing to you.
No one can take away what you've earned, Carly. You earned it. It's yours.
I'm a minor, Violet. A minor.
I'm a minor. Miss Carbone.
So it's Ms. Carbon, Miss
Carbon.
inspired by a true story of Carlita Rodriguez, which was a trans minor, I guess. Hey, it's this year's Amelia Perez.
It really is.
Yeah. So there you go. We have.
So do you
experience-
think Pedro Pascal's brother gets nominated for like a best actress in a foreign thing, Golden Globe or
look
or
it
Emmy?
being released now means they're dumping it.
Yeah.
They're dumping it. They don't care. There's no awards. This and also, by the way, I went and bookmarked it on my Netflix and then I can't find it now. It showed
Really?
up in the like coming soon. You know, it's like these are coming and you can click to get a reminder or add it to your films you want to see. And I added it and then I went back to the coming films. They took this out, at least on mine. I mean, Netflix is different for everybody.
Netflix's UI is kind of stupid, but all streamers are. Like, I can't tell you how many streamers I just watch something over and over again, and it's not in my recently viewed.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I was looking for The Witcher. They were trying to hide The Witcher. I had to look for The Witcher season 4. I like within the first week it was coming out. I had to go search it.
Huh.
Well, I can't wait for this one.
I can.
So there we go, Gary.
There we go.
Oh man.
They're never going to change, man. That industry is never ever going to change. They're in a full-on crisis. One of their legacy studios is about to get swallowed up by a tech company. And don't think like Apple was eyeing Disney at one point, and so was Netflix. So don't think that doesn't get bought up by some big tech company. They're not big enough. It's remember when like multimillionaires could own NFL teams, Chris? It was in our lifetime. Multimillionaires could own baseball and hockey and NBA and NFL teams. Now you have to be a multi-billionaire to even be considered. Now, how did the Spanos family still? The NFL definitely wants them to sell, but whatever. Don't get me going down that road. Fuck those people. But yeah, they're getting priced out of their own industry. That is just going to be a side hustle. Well, it is. It is. Warner Brothers is being sold to somebody. And if you think about it, Paramount was just bought by a production company, Chris. And Paramount's a smaller studio than Warner Brothers. So a production company buys Paramount, which is now going to buy a bigger studio. And it's because it's the son of a tech billionaire. So tech still has its influence on Hollywood, and they hate it. And they're all coming out hating Netflix, Chris, and they will all sign to work for Netflix tomorrow. Every single union member, every single actor who's talking shit about Netflix, if they offered them a job, they'd take it instantly.
The comments underneath this post of the video are, I mean, you've got Zoolander all over this. It's all, I mean, it is so, people are saying this is real, and oh my God, it's
show the comments.
Again, I have no, I mean, it's so good. It's classic like Netflix and Facepalm, and the memes are on point. And so you're retarded. Now what? Oh my God. This is hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, the comments are just crapping all over it.
One of my favorite comments. Of course, a man knows best how a woman should fight patriarchy.
Yeah,
Men are better women than women will ever be.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, I have no problem with things like this existing. Scale to the market. Scale to the market. That's all.
Hey, I'm all for more trans representation in mining and underwater welding. The welders are like, no, but you know.
The stories are so dumb, they lend themselves to mockery. I mean, they really do. They're just dumb.
And that's why it's been so difficult to get a good comedy out, because comedy can't keep up with the parody of reality. And Hollywood has become a parody of itself. This is the kind of movie that would have been a skit in some comedy show. It would have been a skit like a trans woman wants to become a miner. I mean, it was Zoolander.
Yeah.
So we are living in the parody world. The parody world. Do you want to show any of the comments?
If you want, I can share them.
Yeah.
I mean, let me share screen and we'll scroll down because they are so on point. Oh my God. I'm dying.
Well, share with the audience. Share with the audience, Chris.
Okay.
I see you laughing and reading at him. It's like, I know. With the audience.
This is from Ollie London TV. I like him. He's very based, and he shared the trailer and just sort of, it was from Libby Emmons, who I like. It's there's our friend Paul Chato.
Paul Chato.
I think I'm getting black lung. The second most gay miner in the history of cinema. Zoolander. And then, okay, who exactly dreams of working in a coal mine?
Yes.
And then this, no matter what you do to this building, everyone knows it used to be a Pizza Hut. That's what the trans community fails to understand. To be followed by the sequel Duchess of Dirt, about a trans woman having survived the rigors of coal mining, sets out to conquer the world of competitive grave digging. Just the comments are great.
Yep.
So you're retarded. Now what? Do any of the coal miners look like this? Like a real coal miner? It's just funny. It's just funny.
Yep.
You know. Oh my God. This is it's just double face palm. It's just good old the internet doing what the internet does best, mocking stuff. Coal miners, they, them. I never heard that song. So it's the comments are
brilliant.
Chef's kiss. Yeah. And of course, the classic. J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah.
So it comes out on the 19th. It comes out on the 19th of December.
Yes. I am not missing it.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Oh my God. So good. So fun.
So if you want to go get some coffee, I will do a brief review of the war between the land and sea, Chris, if you want to hear about this Doctor Who spinoff.
I'll be right back because I'm getting coffee.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Be right back. Cool.
So this has been known for a while that they wanted to make a Whoniverse, and that's what they called it. when Disney partnered with the BBC, they were going to create multiple shows, a unit, a spinoff, and this was supposed to launch that. Excuse me, and possibly multiple Doctor Who shows featuring multiple characters. Well, that obviously isn't going to happen because Disney is no longer partnered with. No, not this one. Disney is partnered with. No longer partnered with the BBC, but they had this obligation that was already filmed. Russell T Davies has come out and said the reason he came back was to do this and not Doctor Who, which it shows. It shows. So I just watched the first 2 episodes this morning. It's not available in America. Sorry, Americans, you're going to have to miss this. It's on the iPlayer. And they released 2 episodes, and it involves the Sea Devils. A classic Doctor Who villain, which is not up there with the Cybermen or the Master or the Daleks. Kind of a goofy one. Third Doctor episode. I like the Third Doctor episode. I love the Third Doctor. Apparently, they edited it down, the original episode, so they could recut it and have it basically lead into this. So this is the danger. This is the danger. They're already, and they've done this before, they're re-editing classic Who. So it will lead to current Who, which is an abomination. You know, remember when people used to get upset about colorizing black and white film? Now they're recutting classic Doctor Who episodes to fit their current shit. So War Between the Land and Sea features a human named Barclay, played by Russell Tovey, who was also Alonzo in Voyage of the Damned. And this actress, whose name I cannot pronounce at all and won't even try. And it is an eco-adventure, an eco-drama, as it was described. And Barclay plays... basically, he is the person who gets the transportation, taxis and Ubers for UNIT. And he was mistakenly identified as a replacement for another UNIT officer. And he's brought on this adventure in the middle of the night they're basically some fishermen got a sea devil in their net and they shot it and they hung it up and they were going to show it off for money or something like that. UNIT gets involved, blah, blah, blah. It creates an international incident. Now, the Sea Devils have been around. UNIT's aware of them, so I don't know why they're not so aware of them now, but whatever. Don't want to think about it too much. It actually starts out pretty okay. I'm going to say okay. It is clearly, Russell T Davies was more interested in this than anything Doctor Who. It felt like old Russell T Davies Doctor Who for moments in the first episode. Moments. And they make the Sea Devils somewhat formidable right up until the general from UNIT sees the dead Sea Devil hanging up there and goes, well, we used to call them Sea Devils, but we're better than that now. So now we're going to call them Homo Aqua. Homo Aqua. Which they actually clown within the show a little bit. I'm like, wow, if they do more of that, that's kind of good. Unfortunately, after starting out okay and building up Barclay, and basically it's an international incident. The Sea Devils are waking up and they're tired of the human race poisoning their oceans. X-Ray Girl. They're tired of the human race dumping everything in their oceans. And they are ready to go to war. So right now we're basically in a negotiation. UNIT builds this tunnel from the Thames so they can, have this negotiation in a water tank. And Barclay becomes the ambassador because he showed reverence to the dead Sea Devil, who is now Homo Aqua. He basically just did a cross thing. He's not even religious, but he just showed some. So they noticed that through the little pearl in their neck. And yes, there's a pearl, some sort of form of technology. And they decide the Sea Devil girl boss decides that he should be the ambassador. He's the only human that she likes. So after the first episode, it devolves into something written by a dumber version of Greta Thunberg, and it just turns into climate change bad and littering the oceans bad. It's an eco disaster again, and a corporation bad. There's a one little scene where all the basically an American military general and a corporate head in the of the UK are talking about, well, we can't have peace with these sea devils. It'll put us in a recession, and it just gets fucking retarded. And eventually, in the episode, the sea devils decide to respond. Barclay basically says, hey, we want to try to fix our oceans. We do want to try to clean them up. And the girl boss Sea Devil goes, oh, we'll do it for you. And dumps all the trash from the ocean on the land, killing people. Keep in mind that humanity has killed one sea devil, more than that in the past, to be honest with you. And the sea devils have killed 2 humans, 2 unit officers at this point. And then they just killed a bunch of people. And they basically got humanity by the balls. And Barclay is siding with them. And that's pretty much it. It's going to be humans bad. We're littering the ocean. And we are. Shit, I just went to Egypt. Holy shit. But it's just fucking preachy and terrible. And it's basically like, it's basically like the BBC made a TV show. I'd love to make a joke about this, but it's the BBC made a TV show. A typical BBC TV show, and it's hard to get through at the end. It gets ridiculous. Kate Leftwich Stewart in it, and I used to like her character when Matt Smith was around. They just made her a fucking insufferable girl boss. Wheelchair lady with the missiles in her wheelchair is there. All the worst aspects of Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who without Ncuti Gatwa, which probably makes it a little better. But yeah, I understand why this was. Let's keep in mind, like The Acolyte, Doctor Who was too woke for Disney, and they dumped it. So yeah, this show is freaking terrible. It's terrible, and it's just Russell T Davies using it as a platform, and Doctor Who just needs to rest. It needs to die and rest. Let it have its time. It's it kind of, I see the chat mentioning Torchwood. It tries to feel like a Torchwood episode, which was really inconsistent. Let's be real. But yeah, you could tell Russell T Davies was far more interested in this than the actual Doctor Who show. They do mention the Doctor once, right? And this is the kind of thing that the Doctor might show up for. But that one scene where they mentioned the Doctor is like the one time they got it right. It was, we see the Doctor all the time and we're following him through his show, but humanity doesn't. And he's like this enigmatic figure. And they actually, for a moment, it felt like that. And then I thought, oh, the Doctor's Ncuti Gatwa, so never mind. But as far as like directing, music, and story progression, it is an improvement on anything in the Ncuti Gatwa era, but it just devolves into the message and gets annoying. And I doubt anybody's going to watch it.
I dipped out of Doctor Who a long time ago, but whatever.
I'm just here chronicling its demise. I have a lot of catching up to do on watching. I had to watch this, and it's like, oh.
Well, maybe we should do. Can I share something, Gary,
Sure.
with you? I know you trust me. I'm gonna share. I'm not gonna share that. We're done with Queen of Coal. I'm done until the 19th. I'd mark the date. I'm getting up early. I'm watching it. I'll review it on Film Threat on the 19th. And you have to make everyone at FNT watch it.
Oh yes.
You have to.
Well, you know what? This is the like one I know Az will watch and Disper will watch, so I won't have to ask them.
Yeah. But here's what's happening at Film Threat 1 week from today. We need to. I need to. You just let me just show you something real quick. Okay, we're gonna watch something.
The funeral for Star Trek.
Here we go. So
Nice.
we are doing next week from today, all day. So after the nooner, we're doing funeral for a franchise. It'll be all day. Post your eulogy with the hashtag Star Trek funeral.
That's
And
really
you can
loud.
put hashtag, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Hashtag Star Trek is dead.
So that is
a week from today.
So a week from today, there will be no nooner because we're doing because you got to do funeral for Star Trek.
Right. Well, yes. If you want to not do the nooner, but
I think
I've
the
got
focus should be
commitments.
on it.
Okay. Az will be on the show. Critical Drinker is joining. Everyone you see on Versus, Robert Meyer Burnett is going to be there. It's going to be all hands on deck.
Yep. So I think the focus should be on that show.
So we're going to start around noonish on Wednesday. It's going to go
Pacific time.
I'm gonna maybe 6 hours, maybe 8 hours. I don't know. It's going to be an all day event.
It's going to be awesome.
And everyone's
Really?
invited. And the audience, we're going to watch the audience. If you post your eulogy, make it like under a minute,
Yeah.
short, sweet, post on Instagram or YouTube.
Is there a hashtag? Well, I know we don't use hashtags.
Yeah,
is there a way they can like get it to you so you get tagged?
Hashtag Star Trek funeral. People have already posted eulogies. What my hope is, being an all-day global event, this trends on social media. Star Trek funeral.
Yep.
So I'm asking people, please, post your eulogies. We'll have YouTubers come on and give their own eulogy. So there'll be people rotating in and out. And then we'll look at fan eulogies. We'll look at some classic videos and fun things related to Star Trek. It's like kind of remembering the times we loved of Star Trek and where it's at now, because where it's at is, well, it's this. I'll share screen again. And I know you've already discussed it, Gary, but you can never forget this.
Oh God.
That comes
I
out
want to.
in a month.
Yeah.
Comes out in a
January
month.
15th. January 15th. So, and did you see that I sent you that we can't show it?
No.
They all get naked and kiss. Did you? I DM'd you and I DM'd Az. He got back to me. I said, show this on Real BBC. We can't show it. What happened? You can't show stuff like that.
Well, yeah, if they're showing any nudity at all, the AI will pick it up. It'll not be good. But yeah, I'm sorry, I was on the road.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you look at this image, that is the final nail.
Well, what's hilarious is people who have worked on Kurtzman Trek in the past have reached out to me clowning this show.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, dude.
Oh my God.
It is so funny. Nobody fucking likes it. Nobody wants it. Paramount's stupid. They're just stupid for giving this guy a contract, and they just see it as content and maintaining the audience, which they don't have. We still get one more season of Stranger Things. We're getting 2 seasons of this. I haven't heard Ellison say anything about it, like not a thing. And listen, contracts are not written in stone. You can get out of every it's a matter of money. And Ellison's been throwing around money like crazy. I would just give Kurtzman a bunch of money to go away. That would be the best thing to happen to Star Trek, because every minute of Kurtzman Trek that is produced ensures that the legacy of Star Trek will be dead forever.
Yeah.
You're losing generations, and you're trying to get this audience that doesn't fucking exist or care about Star Trek at all. So much for the crown jewel.
Yeah, it's I thought JJ's Star Trek was very well cast. He reinvented Star Trek in a way that made it palatable for normies. What they should have done is pulled back and done something very science fiction with those characters. Instead, going for spectacle and bullshit, trying to redo Wrath of Khan. What a mistake. What a mistake.
Well,
That
Jar
Into
Jar Abrams
Darkness-
is not capable of doing anything original, so
Yeah,
it's not a surprise.
Into Darkness and Beyond were lame. The first one I was like willing to like, okay, that's fine. You've made it for normies. Now make Star Trek, make an actual science fiction. Some of the best episodes of Trek, they're on the bridge trying to solve problems. That's it. They're morality tales. It's and also in a way like Westerns, very influenced by Westerns of that era. Lots of high drama, morality. Like, some of the best moments aren't the effects of the old series. It's Kirk giving a speech. That's why we're out here. Stuff like that. Like something inspirational. And there's nothing in that. There's nothing in that in modern Trek. There's nothing in that in Gunn's Superman. What do young people have that is inspiring, right? They don't have those kinds of heroes. Everything is dystopian and effed up, and it's sad to me.
Well,
It's really sad. I don't know. Whatever. I'm sorry, Gary.
No, it's okay. It's okay. If you look at the age range of Gen Z, who's much maligned, but if you think about it, like half of their lives, a quarter or half of their lives, they've been shoveled shit from Hollywood. Why in the fuck would they watch any of it?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? And they keep trying to get it back. And, Robert put this out. Like, that is almost exactly like the One Tree Hill poster. And that's exactly what they're going for.
Yeah.
And they have been going for, and they've failed every time. Star Trek doesn't move the needle. It doesn't fucking chart, like, ever.
Yeah.
I think Strange New Worlds charted a little bit, and Picard season 3. Picard season 3 was nominated for awards, and I know not everybody likes it, but it was the best thing out of that era. That being said, though, I'm completely fine. The only way they can move forward now is they have to move forward with Star Trek with a new ship, a new crew, and they have to take the entire Kurtzman timeline and say make another timeline, whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Or put it in the Kelvin timeline, whatever. Do what you need to do, but erase it from the canon, and that will matter because you still need the old Star Trek fans to help to maybe come in, what's left of them, to shepherd in, which they're not going to do. These things can be fixed. Doctor Who can be fixed. You have to erase Jodie and Shooty, and you might have a chance. You need to erase Kurtzman Trek, and you might have a chance. Disney Star Wars doesn't have a chance. It just doesn't. There's no willingness to do what needs to be done to fix these things. And by the way, they're getting old anyway. They're aging out anyway. And they're in Hollywood, after pulverizing this into dust, will move on to the next thing, which is video games and anime. Instead of doing what they need to do, make original shit. As a fan of all of these IPs and superheroes and stuff, it's time to stop. You know what? There's plenty of comic books out there to adapt, Chris, that aren't superheroes. That's the problem with American comic books, specifically with American comic books, is they stop making comic books relatively about things that aren't superheroes. We had a good run in the early 2000s, Chris, of non-superhero comic books, of a lot of indie comic books that were actually pretty fucking good. But that's gone now. That's gone now. Star Trek, Funeral for a Franchise, next Wednesday.
And what we're thinking is maybe it's a continuing series to make a point. We did Star Wars Funeral. That was went 7 hours. We're doing Star Trek. I think we have to do other franchises. Doctor Who would be easy.
Oh yeah.
And it's I think that needs to be recognized. Gary, you have to stop me from something. I got an urgent email here.
Do you want to read it?
No,
Okay.
I can share. I can. Where'd it go? I had it right there. I'll share this. I'm gonna share this for you. Here it is. Godzilla's 70th anniversary in bronze. All the classic Godzillas in a bronze thing for the anniversary. It's $800. I can't.
No. It's
that
cool
a
looking,
no?
but no. That's a hard no.
Okay. I'm like sitting here like it looks so cool.
It does, but no.
I don't actually like the bronze.
You don't like the bronze?
Not a statue guy.
I'm not a statue guy either, but I'm not, I don't do the 1/6 scale, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, God. All right. So it's a hard no.
Design looks cool though.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to look at it. It'll be $2,000 at a convention.
Yeah, I'm out of room, chat. I mean, like that is a fact. That is a absolute fact.
What does the chat say?
The chat thinks it's cool. It's cool looking. It is. It is. I wouldn't, but I like. That's not. Even if I like statues, I wouldn't put $800 into that. No way.
But it's bronze.
That's cool. I'd rather have something that just looks like Godzilla.
I could turn it.
I only
into a
like
lamp.
dolls. You're right, chat.
You like dolls.
I like my dolls.
And your ship porn.
And my ship porn.
Ship.
Oh, I like
You have
ships.
to
I'll
skip.
spend stupid money on a Enterprise.
Now, did you get the 1/6 scale die cast from Tomy, the original
Yes.
Enterprise or motion picture?
Yep.
Did you get them?
Yep. Well, I ordered them. I haven't gotten them.
Ordered them.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. So okay, yeah. I ordered 2.
I have a ridiculous amount of Enterprises. It's great. It's just fucking brilliant ship. It really is. There was another subject that I wanted to hit, and I can't remember what it was. Hang on, let me go look.
No, it was the
Netflix
article.
eats Warner Brothers.
Oh
article.
yeah. The article from Roy Price that I just want to skim real quick. If you got the archive for that, Roy Price is the man who basically founded and started Amazon Prime for Jeff Bezos. Early on, him with others really had a vision of like trying to be respectful of genre in early days, right? So he helped negotiate along with others to get the rights to the Lord of the Rings, The Boys, Invincible, Man in the High Castle. That was all him. Then he was Me Too'd right out of the building for basically telling a dick joke at a party. It was a bit of a coup. That's the way I see it. This is my opinion on it. It was a bit of a coup, and there were some women behind it. You can certainly read about it. The guy got screwed by Me Too, basically. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't the Me Too era. And the Me Too era was a power play. But he wrote an article about, so he'd know a thing or two about streaming, right? He wrote an op-ed in the New York Times. If Netflix eats Warner Brothers, it will be the end of Hollywood. I like that picture right there. For a century, people have predicted the death of Hollywood television would kill it, then home video, then the internet, then streaming, then artificial intelligence. The predictions were always premature. Hollywood always reinvented itself and kept going, which is true. But if Netflix acquires Warner Brothers, the long prophesized death may finally arrive, not in the sense of filmmaking will cease, but in the sense of Hollywood will become a system that circles a single sun, materially changing its cultural output. All orbits, every deal, every creative decision, every creative career will be increasingly revolve around the gravitational mass and I can't see that word.
Imprimatur.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of too small for what I'm looking at right now. So imprimatur of our, there we go. of our entity. The danger here is not annihilation, but centralization. Netflix is the #1 premium streaming service. Warner Brothers is one of the most successful of the legacy film studios, and HBO has long been the premier brand in prestige television. I would argue it invented it. There are no middling players. There are no two of the main pillars of the modern entertainment industry. The scale in itself should give regulators pause. Netflix will spend roughly $18 billion this year on content. That's with a B. And Warner Brothers will spend around $20 billion. In a very inclusive analysis, this counts sports rights and similar categories. That the top 12 U.S. media and entertainment companies together will spend $210 billion in 2024. So this merger would roughly double Netflix's share in industry spending to 18% from 9%. Defenders of the deal will argue that consumer prices won't rise, but antitrust law is not limited to mergers' effects of prices. Regulations can object to mergers that reduce consumer choice even when prices remain flat, as we saw with the proposed merger since blocked of JetBlue and Spirit Airlines, which is true. But I would also argue that, JetBlue and Spirit are planes that carry people that could involve death. And we're talking about streamers. The consideration of consumer choice is particularly relevant in a culture producing industry. When two of the most important sources of premium programming are combined, the marketplace loses an entire programming philosophy, a unique sensibility, a separate development culture, and independent set of tastes, relationships, and risk thresholds. Having fewer bidders generally means that the fewer shows get made, fewer visions means a narrower range of storytelling. Consolidation aligns decision-making around one organization or individual's point of view. If the merger proceeds, the feature film development ecosystem, already imperiled, will be further constrained, leading to fewer and less interesting movies. And will this new entity nurture the kind of risky sensibility that brought us premium television like The Sopranos and White Lotus? The answer is no. But that's already happening, right? So, that's part of the problem. Chris, you cover independent film extensively. It's been the hardest hit.
Netflix used to be really supportive of indie film makers. They would buy documentaries. They paid decent prices. It was always like, well, Netflix will buy it. We're fine. And they stopped. They don't do that anymore. The Duplass brothers, Mark and Jay, who made a lot of indie movies that have been on Netflix canceled their deal. They just used to support indies. Now they do not.
Now they don't.
Yeah. Real simple. If people can find the archive of this, I suggest reading it all. But because he knows what he's talking about. And while I'm getting an echo, by the way. I'm getting an echo. You could take it down, X-Ray Girl. So basically, Netflix would not be a monopoly. It just wouldn't, even if it bought Warner Brothers and HBO, if you look at it compared to other monopolies. I'm not a big fan of the government interfering in private businesses at all. We can get into the antitrust argument ad infinitum about it, but I'm just not a fan of it, of them interfering. And Trump has said he's not going to interfere in this deal. And he can't, because Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, is involved in the Paramount deal, which is probably why Paramount got hacked. So the Paramount deal is backed by Saudi money and Jared Kushner's company. So there's that. So Trump has to stay out of this completely, or it'll be used. Did you see X-Ray Girl? Could you pull up Paramount getting hacked, by the way? What?
And this,
Is this new?
Yeah. So Hollywood is in a very interesting situation here, because they are in the position they need to ask Trump for help, which is fucking hilarious. So that's why I'm breaking my popcorn about this, but yeah. So they hate Netflix. They hate the Netflix deal. They hate everything about it. But Paramount Pictures account hacked and read "proud arm of the fascist regime."
Oh my God.
You can show the picture now, X-Ray Go. So they got hacked yesterday. So this is a shit show, dude. This is an absolute shit show. And I'm here for it because, again, the strikes brought this on. Hollywood brought this all on themselves. And they're fighting for a shrinking audience. That's why they're having to charge fewer people more money. And that means all these prices, they can say prices are going to remain flat with the merger, whatever. Prices are going to go up. And more importantly, in the next few years, you will be forced to watch commercials whether you like it or not because they're going to need the money. And I would argue that they're not taking any chances now. So I don't know how much that would change with it. But I'm not I still think Netflix buying Warner Brothers is fucking terrible. I think it's terrible. Now, they can find some language in the laws to preempt the sale. And they might. I don't think it's guaranteed. I think Paramount could end up with Warner Brothers still, ultimately. But we'll find out.
But it's sad that even Warner Brothers needs to be purchased to get out of their financial, troubles. It's pathetic. It's just, I don't know. It's more of this centralization, one company, because we've seen what's happened with Disney when they've acquired Star Wars and Marvel, what they've turned those brands into, right? You need different cultures to have diversity in content. You need that. That's where innovation comes from.
Yep.
And Netflix, to their credit, has a system that is successful. God, I read a whole book about this kind of thing that it's not that McDonald's has a process. And you can see that movie with Michael Keaton where he plays Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's.
Yep.
It's
Good
the whole
movie.
thing of a process. You develop a process that leads to profits and it's repeatable. So that's why McDonald's, I'm not talking about McDonald's now. That's a whole other conversation as fast food continues to fail. I saw a whole Matt Walsh video on why the food industry is bad, why food is bad now at restaurants. Why you go to fast food, it costs the same as a sit-down restaurant. My girlfriend and I got McDonald's a couple weeks ago. It was more than $30 for 2 meals. It was weird, but that process is repeatable. And really the secret to McDonald's success is location. If you put a McDonald's at a high traffic area, it will make money. It's a cash machine. Now it's different now, but one thing in that Matt Walsh video that was really interesting, 80% of all cheese that goes on pizza is manufactured by the same place. 80%. That's why I avoid chain restaurants and go to Edwin Mills here in Pasadena. Little plug for the owner, Teddy, who owns that place. He's super based, great guy. Their food is amazing. $3 drinks at happy hour, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. I might go there. They're dog friendly. Great place. I'm just saying the food industry, it's all these things, the quality of everything is just diminishing.
Yeah.
And that will happen with consolidation. Netflix, no matter what, they will bring their processes. You don't need 2 human resources. You don't need 2 HR departments, legal departments. WB's processes will change. And that will affect the culture and the content like it did with the absorbing of Lucasfilm and Marvel and Pixar. All those things, the culture changes. There's a different culture within these companies. It depends on how the deal's structured, and they can say all they want. They're like, we want to get into theatrical business.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would be good if the studios bought theaters because they would have skin in the game. You know, maybe that, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, you know, if they had more skin in the game in theatrical, maybe a theater chain being owned, maybe even a small one, you know, owned by one of the studios would make sense. But
Well, there was the
just-
Paramount antitrust that prevented
Right.
that. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, that's been removed. So they could.
it is.
So they
Yeah.
could do that, and they haven't. Because during COVID, they relied on the taxpayer to bail out movie theaters,
Yeah.
or a lot of them would be gone. And they took that tax money to build more movie theaters, but what? And then it was followed up by a strike. I'm sure Netflix said they're buying Warner Brothers to get into the theatrical business. I'll believe that when I see it. But it's, entertainment has become fast food. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think that's a good analogy. I think it's, and you're not going to get any innovation when there is no real competition. And when that competition starts dwindling, so does the innovation, but that's been happening already. I think this will just exacerbate it even more. There'll still be scripted TV shows, but there'll be, this is an opportunity for a lot more online stuff. I just don't know how centralized it will be when other nations are getting better. And hey, the number one movie this year is a Chinese movie, like by far.
Yeah.
Forgot what it was called, but
Neja.
Neza 2.
does that mean it's a sequel?
It is a
Yeah.
sequel.
How well did Neza 1 do?
It did very well. That's why they made part 2. It's based on Chinese legends. I've seen both. They're weird. They're very
Is
weird.
it good?
Yeah. In the end, I
Sure.
thought part 2 was kind of cool. It's very anime-ish. It's wild and weird, and I saw it with an audience. I was probably the only white guy with an audience of all Chinese people. They loved it. I got caught up in it. It was cool. But it's not on my top 10 list. But
Wow,
yeah, no,
2
it's just,
billion?
yeah, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. But all this thing is you build a culture that makes cool shit, and then when the culture changes, you can no longer make cool shit. George Lucas built a company. He wanted to be so far away from Hollywood, he moved north to Northern California, Marin County, and built like his own little place to be away from all the BS of Hollywood, and built his own culture there. And that's how he was able to do whatever you think of the movies, the Star Wars films and the prequels and other stuff. And then
Then he sold
when
it to
he sold-
Disney.
then he sold it to Disney. It became part of their culture. Same thing with Marvel. It was a separate thing and then became part of the Disney culture. When the culture changes, it affects the content.
And losing
It's
Warner
just
Brothers
a
is
fact.
huge. It cannot be
Yeah.
undersold. I saw Flash in there earlier saying, "Let them fight." Yeah, I am down with watching this whole thing. Like, again, I've got no dog in the fight. I'm just gonna watch and see what happens. The one thing we do know is Warner Brothers is going to be sold.
I've got a really important question for Yellow Flash. Should I get the Godzilla bronze statue thing?
He's gonna tell you
Or-
yes.
I just want to hear what Yellow Flash has to say.
He's gonna tell you yes.
Well, let's see. He could surprise me.
He might.
But this whole thing is, it's really about culture. You see it in the
Yeah.
Star Wars movies, right? What was Star Wars? Whatever you think of the prequels, and if Mr. Kinnell was here, he will
He says
defend
yes.
He will defend him, of course. And
What,
I
Yellow
will
Flash?
and I will not.
What-
He said
was
yes. He said yes.
See, I think worst case, they're only making 250. Worst case, I sell it for more than I bought. it
Sure.
for.
Dude,
That's
if
the
you want
worst
it, buy
outcome.
it. I'm not telling you how to
That's the
spend your
worst
money.
outcome.
I'm just saying
All right.
I wouldn't buy it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it.
Yeah. Just okay.
$800, I'd put that towards, I don't know, some key issue, some key conflict issue.
I don't buy a lot of stuff like this these days. It's got to be really special. So
yeah. So the culture of Warner Brothers will be gone. And you mentioned like that's how that's going to impact Hollywood is that second HR department gone. All the redundancies will be gone. And they might keep Zaslav on for a little while. I don't know. Zaslav's going to be fine. Nobody worry about Zaslav. He's going to make a lot of money off this. He's going to be cool. I would worry about James Gunn because, God, I can't say who. There is a little secret weapon at Netflix that might be beneficial to DC, but it's a long shot. But at this point, spending that much on Warner Brothers and one of the main things about that company that you're buying is DC, you're vastly overpaying. You're vastly overpaying for something that will not bear the fruit that you want. As far as superhero movies go, you can always make Batman and Spider-Man movies. Those will always do pretty good to okay to great. Those will be fine. Those are things you can rely on. Anything outside of that, and the shame about that is Superman should be easy money, but you have a bunch of people in Hollywood who don't believe in him as a character, who do not share the values of that character. That's why they are incapable of making it. That's why they're incapable of reconstructing the hero, Chris. We've said this for years. Dude, I was saying this in my comic shop in the mid-2000s, like, enough with the deconstruction. Let's reconstruct the hero. But instead, they decided to just change the hero's sex or turn the hero gay. They thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Thought that was a good idea.
But look, that culture is important. Like, I sent you that memo. We did a video on it, the Jeffrey Katzenberg memo from 1991.
Yeah.
Disney was DOA in the 70s and through most of the 80s. And Katzenberg and who was it? Michael Eisner came in. New leadership team. They built a new culture, which resulted in all the classic 90s Disney. Pocahontas, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, each one that came out was an event. They built this culture that led to, and it was very supportive of creatives. Gary, please read that 29-page memo. I sent you the PDF, or I can send it again. Paul Chato just did a video.
Yeah, I saw Paul's video and I read some of it. And it's like, wow, Katzenberg has really changed.
Well, yes, he has.
Because now he's writing speeches for presidents and trying to make Joe Biden look like he's him and Spielberg were helping Biden with his speeches.
But I have a theory about that. I think that when everyone has their creative peak, the window is about a decade. It's about a decade.
Yeah.
Creative peak. Like Stan Lee's creative peak began in 1961 with FF, right? And lasted a decade. George Lucas' creative peak began with the first Star Wars and lasted a decade. He made those 3 movies, right? Look at anyone's creative peak. It lasts about a decade and then they start repeating themselves, or it's an echo or a retread or not as good as earlier work, right? This is true of lots of creative
There are anomalies with that, but
of course.
Kubrick was a fucking G throughout his entire career, but
he also took a long time to do anything.
Well, yeah, like he picked his projects and hated flying. That prevented him from doing a lot of stuff.
Right.
He was a little crazy, but God, man, that's something we should talk to Roger Avery about, because he talked about it with Joe Rogan. Was Eyes Wide Shut and what the original cut was supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That Rogan interview, they could have done a series. It was so good. They touched on things
Yep.
that could have been whole podcasts alone.
The one thing I love about Tarantino, love him or hate him, that guy who worked in the video store is still there. Like he will talk shit, and it's like, that's so refreshing. Poor Paul Dano got roasted by it, but it's like,
you know what?
I need more of that.
I think Tarantino is allowed to have his opinion.
Yes.
I respectfully disagree.
Dude, we all have actors who annoy us. We all have actors who annoy us. Like they might be good actors, but it's just like, no, this guy annoys me or this girl annoys me. And for him to just come out and say it instead of doing the political, they do very fine work and blah 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 blah. It's nice to hear somebody talking shit once in a while. We need more of that. We need more of CEOs talking shit to each other. It humanizes them, and it's real, But we are going to get to the people now. Let's get to the people. So we have C. Schaefer. 2 parts for $20. Thank you. Says, hey, Chris, last week you mentioned that you thought screenplay contests were scams. I work as a video editor trying to get my screenplays produced. I entered my horror script into some fest and made the finals or won. X-Ray Girl or one finals or one. But after what you said last week, what do you recommend as the best way to get a screenplay made?
To make it yourself. There's enough information on YouTube and through several great books. There's a book called The Filmtrepreneur. It's from YouTube. A guy on YouTube has a channel called Indie Film Hustle. He wrote a book called The Filmtrepreneur. There's just all the resources are out there. You know who didn't go to film school? Quentin Tarantino. Worked at a video store. He was going to make Reservoir Dogs as a Super 8 movie. He had enough money scraped together. He was just going to make it until he got what's his name involved as a EP to make it. And it was made for $1 million or under $1 million. God, why am I spacing on the actor's name? He was in Bad Lieutenant. He was damn it, brain. But yeah,
Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel, that's
Took
the
me
guy.
a minute. I'm like, oh my God, it was contagious.
Oh my God.
Harvey Keitel.
We're bad. But yeah, I just like you can look. Also, screenwriting game is rough. I say make the movie.
Yeah.
You gotta be now. I'm not saying necessarily direct it, know your skill set. You could be a screenwriter / producer and get it made. So that would be my recommendation is
sure. But
I'm
sharing your
trying to-
screenplay you always run the risk of it getting ripped off too.
That also.
Yeah. Udite for $20 says the truth, justice, whatever reminds me of the sex, violence, whatever tagline on Greg Araki's The Doom Generation. Not that I think it was stolen, but not exactly a movie you want Supergirl to share the vibe with. Most Asia, dude, I agree. I don't know if it was stolen either, but I'm certain, I would be certain James Gunn is probably more aware of that than old Superman comics. He's the wrong guy for Superman.
Yeah.
He just is.
It's clear.
How do you fix this? We've said it before. You don't blow everything up. You can't. You take the cast of what you got and you tell James, hey, you're doing a great job. Why don't you just hang out with Peter Safran in his office and bring in some people who know what the fuck they're doing, and don't put like the writer from Birds of Prey or Tom King in your writer's room. Maybe like lean more into let Drew Goddard come in and do stuff. I know he was part of it. I haven't heard his name since, but I would feel better about Drew Goddard running the DCU than James Gunn.
Right.
Drew Goddard, who gave us, Cabin in the Woods, worked with Joss Whedon, developed the Daredevil series, the Netflix one that was good. Enoch Maman for $20. Most Asian moms teach their kids the piano by slamming down the keyboard cover on their fingers when they hit the wrong key. X-Ray Girl's mom would instead pour a bucket of snakes on her head. That's why she's afraid of reptiles. That is some lore.
How did you know that?
Yeah, that's weird. Hookers everywhere for $49.99. Hookers everywhere. World's oldest profession. I'm looking to start the Lord of the Rings books, but I'm curious where I should start. Should I start with the Hobbit books, the Lord of the Rings books, or the Silmarillion? And who is a better narrator? I know Andy Serkis does one of them. Either narrator is fine, but Andy Serkis does a great job, so you're good with that. You start with the Hobbit, and then you read the Lord of the Rings, and then you can go into the Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, and all that stuff. But you start with the Hobbit. I just watched the Rankin Bass version recently with my kid.
I
Great.
love that. I saw that in a theater.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great.
Remember
I saw that. You remember the Lord of the Rings? They used rotoscoping.
Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have multiple cells from that movie.
I remember
Like
being
too many.
really disappointed that it was kind of half the story.
It's half the story.
Yeah.
That thing was huge when it came out, though. Everybody talked about it. And the Rankin Bass Hobbit, it was my gateway into Tolkien. Because they used to show it on ABC or a network.
Yeah.
And that's how I saw it. Was that Chris?
No, I think I saw the Lord of the Rings in theaters, not the Hobbit. Saw the Hobbit on TV.
Yeah, it was played on like in prime time on TV.
Yeah. It was an event. It was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, I was there.
Matthew Hammond, I'm so glad Chris survived his alien invasion. Oh, here's a good question because I brought up the lore. Super Frandaman says, Chris, what happened at the Cheesecake Factory? So I mentioned that you hate the Cheesecake Factory, dude.
Just it's so corporate. You look up on YouTube. You're on YouTube now watching this. Look up on YouTube. They are literally, you can see you're getting a TV dinner microwaved, brought to you at a sit-down restaurant and paying someone a tip, which you don't even have the option to choose 15%. It's 18%, 20 or 25 or whatever you want. It's the sit-down restaurants quality, with few exceptions, has gone down dramatically in the last 5-10 years. I mean, the food, look at compare ingredients of a Ritz cracker from when you and I grew up, Gary, to what's in it now.
Oh,
it's a completely different
dude.
thing.
The Big Mac that we ate as a kid does not exist.
Yeah,
it was actually good.
But look it up. There are multiple videos about this where it's just these food corporations, and that's what Cheesecake Factory is. Overpriced frozen food slop. And you've got to go to smaller restaurants, even a few small chains. And I will only order certain items like Yard House. I like the Yard House. Not a big chain, small chain. Got just a few.
It's the best chain, small chain.
It's the best. It's a small chain. But they've got their happy hour is amazing. Their burgers are great. They have amazing sashimi. I know you're not a sushi guy, even though in Japan, I mean, maybe sashimi would give you geri. If you were in Japan, you might get geri from eating certain things.
I got geri in Egypt.
Did you play that video on FNT?
No, I'll play it next.
No.
I forgot.
I have the video now.
Do you guys have it?
You sent it to me. Yeah,
Okay,
I tried
good.
to find it. I couldn't.
You've got it. All right. That's awesome.
Axel Foley. See, I told you he was passionate about fucking Cheesecake Factory.
No, I'm just
I told the story that I was in Pasadena and I suggested eating there. He's like, no, fuck no.
Yeah.
No.
How dare you?
It's a chain restaurant. I look, when
I don't care.
Pay my tab at Edwin Mills in Pasadena, I know the people I am supporting. I know the wait staff.
Yeah.
I know the owner. There's something. The problem, and this is the problem with everything: food, sports, TV, movies, the corporate culture kills it. A private owner who takes pride in what they do, whether it's making a TV show, a movie, a comic book, or food at a restaurant, a human takes pride in that. Corporations don't do that.
No.
Fuck them all. And
Yeah,
Fackham Hall is a great.
But the alternative is government running everything, which is the ultimate monopoly, the ultimate corporation. And there's a group of people out there who think that would be a better option to just have one. Fuck that. So no, there's no easy answer, but I agree with you. The kind of free market and capitalism I like is a dream, which is mom and pops everywhere. Just mom and pops, small businesses. Fackham Hall is funny. It's in theaters right now. It's going to be in theaters next weekend in the UK. It's better than Naked Gun. It's the best comedy of the year. I'm not going to like put it, is it 10 out of 10? No, but the first half is definitely funnier than the second half, but there are consistent laughs. I watched it with Az and we were belly laughing watching it, and it's lots of visual gags. And the thing is, it's really British. So I don't know if normie American who doesn't watch Bridgerton or Downton Abbey or anything about that would think it's funny, but goddamn, it was funny. So well done, Jimmy Carr. And he's great in it. He's the best thing in it, by the way. But Tom Felton's in it, and he's brilliant. So highly recommend it. It's not too long, Chris. It's the perfect length for a comedy. It's about an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. But yeah, definitely go if you want to have a good time in the theater. Go watch Fackham Hall. Axel Foley 6330 for $5 Australian. I get what you're saying, Chris, but the problem is the good people like you who do the right things that end up suffering. I hope the wanker rots.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. The insurance company will collect from him. I'll never meet the guy, I don't think.
Well,
but
it's not. If he should be in jail.
Well, if called to the CHP asked me, would you testify in court against this guy? I said 100%.
Yeah,
I'll be there because he could have killed someone. Me being myself and my girlfriend being part of that. Like, fuck this guy. But I'm guessing he was blackout drunk.
Do you know
the way he was?
You don't have to say. Do you know this person? Do you know who this person is, or does the CHP know?
No, the CHP knows.
Okay.
And my insurance company, they've got all the info.
Yep.
Doesn't have insurance, turns out. No surprise.
Of course.
Illegal alien, can't determine the car. It was a 1998 Chevrolet Tahoe.
Yes.
That was sort of blue green. Anyways, the
illegal alien.
Windows were tinted. I couldn't see if it was
illegal alien.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Or some meth head.
Yeah.
But meth heads usually don't have cars nowadays. Yeah. Blackout drunk, fentanyl, or just, dude, it's as you said, Chris, it's a fucking hellscape, right?
Yeah.
And this is normal shit that you have to deal with in SoCal. It's gotten worse, but like I said, talk to any citizen of San Francisco and then ask them how many times, if they have a car, how many times has your car been broken into? You know what? None of them will say none.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this whole thing of Gavin Newsom. I'm shocked this guy like says the thing he says. How can he really get away with it? It shocks the hell out of me.
Because
like you objectively, I'm with my own eyes, I see what's going on. And no one, like, aren't people gonna wake up? It's amazing. It's shocking.
They don't want to wake up. This is a red versus blue, purple versus green. It's sports to a lot of people, and particularly with TDS, which is clinical at this point. People would rather be right than admit they're wrong to fix the country. And
Right.
we're seeing that on both sides, especially in the Con Inc. sphere, which is a fucking shit show right now. We're seeing, like, oh, you weren't really about, like, because how many streams and videos did I see? Like, I'm doing this to make the country a better place. No, you're fucking not. No, you're not. There's some real ones out there that are still out there and good for you, but there's some ones that are just full of fucking shit and always have been. And it's no different than Hollywood. But there's just people who just want to be right and they'll let their house fucking burn down around them. It's the everything's fine meme. They'd rather have that than admit that they're wrong about something. And we're nowhere near at the place where we have to, because we all have to live with each other. So we're going to have to sit down and talk at some point, but we're nowhere near that point right now. So it's, this is what happens when there is a paradigm shift in culture, Chris. It's cyclical. Maybe I'll do a video about this. Will from Incredible History brushed across this in the conference I was at this weekend, but he talked about cultural cycles and how it was mapped out financially by people who, like, there was a guy who predicted the Depression. It's all written down. Like, he predicted it, and it's based on cycles. And if you want to get real woo-woo, it's based on lunar cycles and how that affects the human brain and how that affects all of us collectively. And we are in one of those cycles right now. So we had a paradigm shift. And when you have a massive paradigm shift, it's chaos for a while. It's just absolute chaos.
I mean, look, we are in a cultural dark age.
Yes.
You can talk about woke all you want. We're in a cultural dark age. There are other I think somehow the Beatles, I know you're not a big Beatles fan.
I'm a Beatles fan.
When they were at,
I'm a huge Beatles fan. Yeah.
I thought, okay.
I'm not one of those twats who says the Beatles suck. Fuck that.
Yeah. Okay. I love the Beatles. Grew up listening. My dad was obsessed with it. Played records. We had all the and just Sgt. Pepper's that album is an event. He went to see the Bee Gees and when they did that bad movie, I even liked that movie, but they somehow tapped into that was
Aerosmith played Come Together on the soundtrack.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was like, a cultural height. There was so much creativity and all that. And that echoed into, the 70s and, but we're in a cultural dark age right now.
It's a lot like the 70s. It's a lot like the 70s, what we're in right now.
Yeah. Well,
it is.
Yeah.
So, John Lennon's, his murder, we just passed the anniversary of his murder. And his politics were changing right before he died. Like, he was starting to get a little more realistic the older he got, which, it's a shame.
The cover of Variety just dropped. I get a digital copy of it.
Oh, let's check it out.
It's got Netflix. It says, "That's all, folks." And
I did that on my tweet.
Did you?
I did. With the minute it happened. There you go.
Well, that's the cover of the new Variety.
Mm-hmm.
I can wait. Well, okay, I can.
But the thing is, like, Netflix might get beat. Like, how do you? I know I don't know how this works. You have to leave this to the financial analysts, or maybe you have an answer for this. They're in an exclusive negotiation period right now, but Paramount can still do the hostile takeover or attempt it. And wouldn't it be financially? You're talking about the fiduciary responsibility of a company. If somebody comes in with more money, don't you take that offer?
Yeah.
So what happens to, so if Netflix backs out, they have to pay $5 billion. What does Warner Brothers have to do if they back out? Maybe nothing. Maybe they negotiated, like, we don't pay shit. You're screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to go to the chat for that one. But right now, Paramount's offering more money, right?
Yeah. So
you have to fucking consider that. Yeah.
Take the best offer. I don't know, man.
I just, Paramount's better than Netflix. I just don't know how much better. I wouldn't put all my eggs in the Paramount Ellison is based basket. They're certainly doing some interesting things, but they also let Taylor Sheridan walk, and they signed the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah, I haven't seen any argument for why this is a good thing. It's good for Netflix. I think bad.
I understand
for
why
the industry.
Netflix is doing it, because they need IP, and they're gonna reach maturity, right? Which they may already have. There's only so many subscribers out there to get once you've, crossed the globe. There's a ceiling on how many people are gonna, and then you're gonna start churn, and that's why they decided to stop reporting it. But the thing is, that's corporate America. That's the problem with corporate America, is a small business can have a down year, Chris, or they could just, break even one year, and they can have up and down years and be fine. A giant corporation with shareholders cannot do that. It has to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow all the time. And if it stops growing, then they start buying their way out of failure. But that only lasts a certain amount of time. So not saying Netflix is failing, but they probably see the future and they're like, we need more IP.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And if they got the money, but apparently Paramount has more thanks to those Saudis. And that'll be fun. You want to talk about breaking out the popcorn. The Saudis breaking into Hollywood.
Yeah.
Need I say more? Michael Smith, 2262 for $9.99. Justice League Unlimited was the best version of all these characters. That's all they had to do, Michael, and you know this, and every DC fan knows this, from Snyder Bros to Gun Bros. You base your fucking DCU on Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited. You use that roadmap, and you'll be fine. And you have to start your DCU with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and the Justice League. Go down the line. You can pick now. Oh, well, they got Green Lantern. Well, it's a fucking TV show, and it's going to be Jon Stewart. And I like Jon Stewart, but maybe you begin with Hal, and then you get to the Flash. But with DC has a great A-team, right? Like some of the most recognizable superheroes out there. But as far as B superheroes or Z-list superheroes, Marvel is orders of magnitude better with their B lists and their C lists and their D list superheroes. Arg, another name for $9.99. Don't tell Az, it's funnier that way. We promise we already did. The trans yearns for the mines, says Arg, another name for $9.99. Yes. You should have said miners. Pepsi Man 666 for $2. Chris, try to get Vic Mignogna for Star Trek funeral.
Oh, I will get Vic. I just had a whole text exchange because I guess he was on Chrissy's show, and then I'll get Vic. I'm by the way, I don't know if I should say this. We're trying to get Shatner. We have I have two people that know him. Robert Meyer Burnett being one of those people. We're trying to get Shatner on the Star Trek funeral. I might have to kick off you, Gary.
You probably have to kick me off, but
I would
fine.
not. I would not do that.
I will. No, I will kick myself out for the Shat. All right. I would not want to prevent that from happening.
Anyways, we're working. I don't want to make any. I know there'll be a lot of prominent YouTubers that this audience will love. It's going to be fun. I can guarantee you that. We're working on getting Shatner. So that would make news. That would make news.
Yes, it would.
If that happened.
The Ultimate Ginger for $4.99, proper British money. Hey guys, love seeing you guys. I was wondering, is Star Trek Enterprise really considered bad, as it's my first Trek show and I love it? It's just not the best, but I think it really found its way later on. I was completely disinterested in it when it first came out. I watched it later because I was just, back then I'm like, another fucking prequel, come on. And you know what? Scott Bakula is one of those actors where seems like a nice guy. I got nothing against him. He's just one of those actors like, But it was actually pretty good. Horrible last episode. Horrible last. And it did fuck with canon. It did. Theos Primus for $4.99. I've heard Hollywood is writing things to be easy to follow because people are watching while they're on their phones. True, yes, it's called secondary viewing. It is a real thing that Netflix has admitted to. And I would say the latest and greatest example of that is Stranger Things Season 5, Part 1. It basically narrates the show to you. Witcher does it too. Witcher Season 4. The Road Hypnosis. I did it again. Hypnosis for $5. Gary got the hardback with the auto pen. It wasn't an auto pen. I signed it. Thank you for the speaker meeting in the book. It's great. Hail sobriety. Hail to the nerds. Cheers. That's pretty much what it was. It's a speaker meeting. It was a speaker meeting. It was a big, long speaker meeting. Arg another name for $9.99. And thanks for getting the book, by the way. Disbrew pointed out that the show is
the war suffering. I forgot the name.
So it's the war between the land and sea. So it's Twiblas. And now nicknamed Twibblast.
Twat Blast.
Twat Blast. Oh, Twat Blast. He's right. Disbrew is right. I can't wait to talk. Disbrew and I will be the only people who watched it, so we can have our own segment on FNT. I was worried for THFG. What's THFG, chat?
The Hulk fucking, I don't know.
Oh,
THFG?
What the hell
Come
is
on.
THFG?
I don't know.
But now it should just end. Anyone? I'm looking at the chat.
Ron, help us.
Sorry. Yeah, the Ron, like just put it in chat. Like what is THFG?
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah. Chat says no idea.
The chat doesn't know.
Would you recommend the TV show Smallville? Yes, particularly the first 5 seasons, but it's fun. Love Smallville. Liberative.
Oh, the Hunt for Gollum.
Oh, the Hunt for Gollum. Okay.
I wouldn't have known that offhand.
No, put an LOTR in front of that. Okay. The Hunt. Oh yeah, God. So Aragorn is probably going to be recast, and that makes sense considering you'd have to spend a bunch of money de-aging. And I saw the OneRing.net speculated that they'll probably bring in Vigo to be sitting down and telling a story to wrap it around, which I completely agree with. I think they'll bring in Vigo, and he'll be, telling a story to his son of the Hunt for Gollum, and they'll recast most of the people, some of them, not really sure. The problem is, just don't make it.
Yeah.
This is totally unnecessary. It's absolutely unnecessary. It will not be very good. It's not directed by Peter Jackson. It'll be directed by Andy Serkis, who directed a Venom sequel. And I like Andy Serkis a lot. I think he's a great actor, very talented, great audiobook reader. But this just doesn't need to be made. And it's only being made as a way to hold on to an IP. Just like the War of the Rohirrim, which was written by Philippa Boyens, who wrote Lord of the Rings. So it shows like people just change over time. As Chris was talking about earlier, you have your creative peak.
Yep.
Don't write it. But it's a precursor, guys, to they're going to remake Lord of the Rings. My prediction, Lord of the Rings TV show. They will do a streaming show.
And look, the Hobbit movies by Peter Jackson, same guy that made the LOTR trilogy, made those Hobbit films, which I despised. I know you
I like them.
You like them. I don't. It's insufferable.
When was the last time you watched them?
I watched them one time each in a theater. hated it. That HFR thing that Jackson was pushing sucked.
Yeah, when you watch it like on TV, it's actually much better when you're just watching it in 4K. Yeah, the high frame rate, it looked like a bunch of miniatures running around in 3D. It was so bizarre. But I will defend The Hobbit. I think it's well cast. I think it's well acted. I think the music, Howard Shore's music is great. Peter Jackson did what he could coming in last minute after Guillermo del Toro was fired. It is bloated. The love triangle is fucking retarded. And it's got basically a third movie that's an epilogue.
Yeah. So the same guy he had that Jackson, very talented filmmaker, made some really good movies, and he was peak during the LOTR.
Yeah. Too much CG.
Too much CG.
Too much CG, and it was what really made Lord of the Rings work was you could tell it was filmed outside on location, and most of the Hobbit was filmed on green screen, and you can tell. Like even some of the Shire stuff, which is inexcusable. Like absolutely, like their opening scene where where Bilbo's basically saying, I've always been respectable, and he blows that ring of smoke, and it goes to the title, An Unexpected Journey. That ring of smoke CG is fucking awful. It's terrible. But the movies have charm. I like the extended versions. I've watched them quite a bit. I'm not going to argue that they're great, but I enjoy them. Just like the kids enjoy the prequels. It's the prequels of Lord of the Rings. There's some good, there's some bad, but Ian McKellen's great in it as Gandalf. Why am I blanking on his name?
The search for Gollum, they find him. It's a spy. I'm sorry.
Yes.
They find him. It's not okay. So it's not, it's like the search for Spock. When you title the movie The Search for Spock, they're gonna find Spock.
They find him and then they lose him.
That's
but it's basically a chapter in Lord of the Rings. It's the Shadow of the Past. And they get into it also in the Council of Elrond. So it's in 2 chapters, but it's mostly in the Shadow of the Past. And then they're going to have to add a bunch of stuff, a ton of stuff. And can't wait to see Gandalf torturing Gollum, because he does. I wonder if they'll mention that Gollum eats little babies.
They'll sanitize it.
They will.
They'll sanitize it.
You know what they'll probably find a way to throw in Tom Bombadil.
It's not gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna add so much fluff. But I like The Hobbit. I do, but I know a lot of people don't. Aaron Pipe, 76 for $10. Star Trek used to inspire fans to become scientists, doctors, and engineers. Modern Trek inspires its fans to drink a lot and have group relations. Yep. Kurtzman Trek is Star Trek made for people who don't like Star Trek, made by people who don't like Star Trek. Gary, thanks for a great weekend conference. Cody and Dan are rock stars who don't know it yet. Thanks for the uber-sized hoodie for my wife, you and Mel, and Garrett Rock. Thank you, Liberative FC, for $10. You're welcome. Hope you enjoyed the hoodie. Yeah, Cody was great. Chris, my family is going to the Rose Bowl game in a few weeks. Any suggestions on where to stay? West Hollywood, Arcadia, Monrovia?
No, don't stay in any of those places. Probably Burbank would be safe, or Arcadia is good and close. And Pasadena, if has some really good small hotels up Colorado Boulevard. And by the way, I'm gonna go. I don't have tickets to the game, but I like to go there and tailgate. Everyone's super friendly. And then after the game, a lot of people go to the 35er. If you can't get tickets, you watch the game at the 35er. They play football all day. I see the Rose Bowl parade in the morning. I live 3 blocks off Colorado. I'm up at 7 a.m., get my coffee. I walk 3 blocks, watch the parade, then go have breakfast in the city. And it's a blast. So you're going to have a great time. Everyone in Pasadena, very friendly. You'll find lots of great small bars and restaurants. I recommend Edwin Mills. They have bottomless mimosas on weekends for $20 and the happy hour during the week. So also pro tip, in Pasadena during the holidays, you don't pay for parking. You can park wherever. That's why you see like mobile homes come and lots of people park in Pasadena to watch the parade. It's great. The whole town comes out. It's a celebration.
Is Chris still talking about Pasadena
I'm
parking?
I'm still talking about parking in Pasadena. I'm trying to give tips. And go to the 35er. Say hi to Mercedes, the bartender. She's cool. You've met her, Gary.
I have. She's cool. Arg,
She's
another name for
X-Ray Girl's
$9.99. The only
Right.
voyage Star Trek is on anymore is a Viking funeral.
That's what we're doing.
Yep.
We might do a we did a Star Wars Yule log, I think last year. We'll do a Star Trek one this year. We have to do a Star Trek Yule log. We'll run it on Christmas Day all day.
How do I say this name extra? Their Tro Heroes?
The retro heroes.
The Retro Heroes?
Yeah,
It's all one
retro.
word. Sure. Their Tro, the Retro. I'd capitalize that R. God, I hate this fucking thing on YouTube. It's not your fault. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
For $20, Nerdrotic and Cast were the entire inspiration for our album. Thanks for being true retro heroes. I should wait to get through it. P.S. Our song Pixel Princess was written for X-Ray Girl because one of us has a huge crush on her.
Oh my! I'll have to listen to it then.
Which one? Keeping it a mystery. Maxi Rage 2431 for $5 says, got my tickets for all 3 days and I'm taking some time off and I've built up and I'm going to see it with friends and the theater I got is packed. I got lucky. Yeah. These things are like, they should do it all year. The Lord of the Rings 25th anniversary. Loved Real Rip and Afternoon Tea with Mahler on Tuesday. That's right. Axel Foley. I'm a Godzilla super fan. I would never buy an $800 bronze statue, at least not one that's only 2 by 2 feet for $800. It should be the size of my couch and have every Godzilla design on it. That's worth $20, says Inakbamon for $10. Wow.
Well, whatever. I buy
Truth, justice, and whatever, buddy.
whatever. I've bought dumb things. I buy far fewer things now. I try to be more practical, but worst
Try.
case, I can resell it for twice what I paid for it. That's the worst case. Thank you, Yellow Flash.
David S.
David Smart Jr.
Smart as God, I hate these things.
I'm sorry. I will put spaces for you.
Yeah. For $10, Supergirl poster looks like trash. James Gunn never read a Superman comic. He could piss off. It's a shame what DC has become. I can't believe Snyder did a better job with DC. Shake my head.
He did.
He did.
Snyder, objectively speaking, did a better job.
Yep.
The casting of Affleck, people were like, what? And then he was great. I think, look, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, yeah, her acting is not the best. She was a good Wonder Woman. That movie was
looked
good. The first movie was good. The second movie, not so much. But it felt like it was going somewhere.
Well, I'll ask you this. What's going to be more memorable in the future?
Oh, for sure, the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
No, hands down, no question. Freaking Aquaman Part 1 made $1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, that was at superhero heights. So I don't know, man. I just think what we've seen with the first Superman and Peacemaker, I don't want that. I don't want it. I liked Suicide Squad. It's knowing your creative limits and what you're best at, right? I think certain filmmakers know that. Nolan knows what he's best at. You know?
Yes.
Certain filmmakers do. They know, like, this is my wheelhouse.
We'll see if the Odyssey is his wheelhouse. That I think that's him branching out a little bit.
Well, we're going to see 5 minutes of it. Is it this weekend or next?
I'm not sure, but it's before like Sinners and the re-release in IMAX and only in 70 millimeter and another. Oh, and one woke after another. Holy fuck. Ugh.
Yeah, that movie.
Boomer Bonsai for $10 says Enterprise has 2 good seasons, the first and last. We wanted to start the Federation, not the Zindi Time War crap. It was just starting to get good when they canceled it. Sims for $5. Hopefully Black Snape does a better job than the Snape from the audiobook. That man was awful. He was the worst part about it. Absolutely the worst part. The audiobook's decent, but Snape was the worst voice. Gary, show X-Ray Girl and Chris the clip I posted to you on Twitter of Sea Devil Girl turning. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Turning into a man where she gets mad. Thoughts of war between the land and sea. Well, I gave my thoughts earlier, but yes, there is. Now they're going to say there's precedent with sea life that can change their sex. But when she gets angry at the end, she turns into a male version of a sea devil.
Okay.
So you can read into that quite a bit. There's a trans allegory, and also women should be in charge unless they need to show some intimidation, and then they'll turn into a man briefly and then go back to being a woman. But that did happen in the show. Oh, and Barclay is in love with the Sea Devil. Wants to get it on with the Sea Devil. Doesn't matter if Netflix buys Warner Brothers or if it's Paramount. Film as a medium is dead. Streaming won't replace theaters like downloading music with concerts. It waters down what makes it special. You're absolutely right, Grizzly, for $10. And that's what's happened to anything that's gone digital, is it loses it becomes disposable. It becomes disposable, and that's why we don't have great albums anymore, and concert tours of bands are all fucking ancient. And yeah, Chris, before G4 was G4, there was a show named Screensavers. I remember. Whatever
I was on
happened
3
to the host?
episodes.
Gary got my eye on you. Hi, X-Ray Girl. All right,
Hi.
Anthony Shaddix.
I was on 3 episodes of the Screensavers because G4 and Tech TV had gone through, they absorbed each other. And I was on 3 episodes of the Screensavers, and I was told when I met with the producer, hey, the show's going to change names in a month or 2. It's called Attack of the Show. And I thought it was the dumbest name I ever heard. So, yeah, but I watched that show. I loved Screensavers when it was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it moved south to LA, and they kept the name and a couple, but not all the hosts. And then it turned to Attack of the Show. Yeah. There you are.
Yeah, I remember Screensavers and IGN being in San Francisco. I remember those days. Mexi Rage for $5 should have been Soups, Bats, and Wonder Woman. Then, if they did good, make the Justice League and build up to Darkseid. Easy money if done right. Yes.
Yes.
And their stupid philosophy is, well, everybody's done that. Well, you want to know why everybody's done that? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Doing something different is not innovating, especially when we're going to start with Superman and Supergirl as your second movie.
I just think that was Snyder had a good plan. And in a way, it sounds like freaking Marvel kind of stole their plan. if they built up to Thanos, which was a ripoff of Darkseid. I mean, I don't know.
Well, Marvel definitely, with Civil War, Marvel was looking at the competition for sure. And
Yes.
where DC unintentionally wounded Marvel and never really, took advantage of it was with Wonder Woman, which had a lot to do with the MCU. Was the success of Wonder Woman had a lot to do with the MCU.
Huh.
Debuting Lobo in Supergirl should be a crime. Paramilitary Christmas Lobo last oh my god. Sarnian, I can read. Or Lobo's back would be far better. Lobo should be introduced later. I don't mind it being being Jason Momoa. That doesn't, I think that's pretty good casting. But the reason, Alex, they're putting Lobo in Supergirl so people will watch it. They need to, like, there's going to be tons of cameos in this. Tons. And that's your primary problem with superhero films, is you can't just have a solo superhero have a solo adventure against one villain. You have to fill it with other superheroes now because they've created this problem. They keep going bigger and bigger and bigger, and they can't just bring things back down to the ground again. And, that's why they can't do a Blade movie. They're like, well, we have to put in a certain amount of money, and what's the return on that going to be? Because the easy choice would be for a Blade movie to make a rated R movie for like 50 to 70 million, which is still a lot of fucking money, which you can make a Blade movie with that quite easily. And then it'd be profitable, but they have to have these big returns for their stockholders. And they keep having to make everything bigger and bigger. How do you restart after Doomsday and Secret Wars? You're throwing everything at it at that point. And I'm not sure. And it's a desperation move, by the way. And everybody was saying that from the get-go, bringing back Robert Downey Jr. It's going to be very difficult for them. There's a place for a Supergirl movie, for sure. The second movie in your DCU, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. How much did Warner Brothers screw up with the original Superman and Supergirl? What is the range? Like how much? Time will tell. Are you talking about like James Gunn's Superman and Supergirl, Robert? Time will tell. Time will tell. We're still caught up in the minutia of what was Superman a success or not. And if we have to argue about, like I said earlier, if we have to argue about it this far down the line, it wasn't. It wasn't. I'm surprised they didn't race swap White Vision in WandaVision until I remembered White Vision was a villain in the show. Yes, he was. Jay Larson. That show's coming up. I will not grape my coworkers. Oh, yes. Tom King was part of the pledge, the comics pledge, which was I will not rape my coworkers because they needed to do that. Matthew Hammond for $2. Gate World and Dial the Gate interviewed Martin Garrow, showrunner of Stargate series. He nicely disavowed Quantum Leap Season 1. His goal would be to have a year between seasons, and he focused on a single great season and not multiple season spinoffs. That's good. Pepsi Man for $2. Compare Roger Avery comments on Soup versus Konosuba.
Oh.
What's that about?
What's that about? Don't know.
I don't know. We'll get Roger Avery on the show and we'll ask him.
Yeah.
Save that.
Put a pin in it.
Yeah. Can you do that, X-Ray Girl?
I'm even just looking for the tweet, but about Konosuba, whatever that may be.
Yeah. Thank you, Pepsi Man. Doc Possum for $5. Noon, I repeat, Noon wants to work in a coal mine. No one. It says no one. X-Ray Girl.
Sorry.
No one.
I thought you would be able to read that.
No
I'm
one.
so sorry.
Jesus
Dude.
Christ, separate the words. X-Ray Girl.
Oh my!
I had faith in you, Gary.
Don't.
Don't have faith. Oh my god!
That's how it was typed. I'm Rob Burgundy.
Although I'm sure Noons doesn't want to work in a coal mine either.
No, Noons doesn't want to work in a coal mine. As a Chicano, nobody from our culture respects him. Who?
Pablo.
Pedro?
Pedro. Sorry.
Pedro. Yeah.
I'm going to a screening on Saturday, and I think Pedro's going to be there. He's presenting a movie, so I might talk to him.
Do you know what movie?
I got to look at my schedule. My schedule is very dense this time of year. It is a movie called Sorry Baby, screening plus Q&A plus reception with Pedro Pascal. It's in LA Saturday at 5. I saw the trailer. It looks like a little cute indie movie. Inoffensive. Fine.
David
Anyway.
David Smart Jr. for $10. Gary, can you please give the Smart Review a shout out? I'm approaching 200 subs, and it's because of the fellowship. Without all of you, my channel wouldn't exist. Go check out the Smart Review. Thank you, David Smart Jr.
Smart Review.
It's transgender Hispanic Mike Waltz, says Blind IO. P Walnuts for $1.99. Who the fuck dreams about working in a coal mine? Nobody.
What a dumb description for a movie. I mean, that's why it sounds fake. Like, that's fake. No, it's a real movie. It's real,
real
and
movie?
badly dubbed too. It looked terrible.
I'm
I
really
wish I
interested
made
in
it.
the true story aspect of it. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up.
Oh my
I know all there is to know about the mining game, says Snex. My copy of Gary's book got delivered here in the UK today, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Oh, Psychotic Mongoose. Hail. Thank you.
Can I ask, how's the audiobook coming?
It's not right now.
Oh,
I've been
yeah,
too
you're
busy traveling and busy.
You're busy.
Yeah, so it's going to be pushed. Yeah, the hopes were to have it out before Christmas. Those are dashed. So we're looking at like late spring.
Yeah.
Late spring. Matthew Hammond for $5. Will Netflix miss the opportunity for the trans coal miner to fight Urban Dictionary definitions discrimination in the movie, as well as by having him have an African American, not from America girlfriend who may or may not be trans? Missed opportunity. I completely agree. Star Trek needs to be on the USS Ronald Reagan, says Fletcher for $2. Mr. Watson, MJ for $5. Thoughts on Angry Badger and Tom Connor's fist fighting at MegaCon?
What?
They plan on making it happen outside of the meetup. Can we get a stream of it? Sure.
Why? I'm so confused.
Well, is it like a creator clash?
Is this? But they just want to see two people smack down
Yeah. My money's on Badger.
just for fun.
Just saying. He's a little younger, you know. English Batcher for £2 How much does WB owe and how? I don't know what is their current debt. We can look it up real quick.
Okay. According to the internet, it's $33.52 billion US dollars.
Yep.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. But to be fair to Warner Brothers, Disney's in debt for more than that. It's in the 40 billion. Paramount was 15 to 20 billion in debt. Like every legacy studio is in debt, and that's how they operate. And that's the shell game of corporate America. But it's a lot of debt that's insurmountable, and that's why they have to sell, because they're not going to get out of it. Direct order from AMC. My Galactus popcorn bucket arrives soon. So you were able to, so they were available online.
Cool.
That's good. It's a good popcorn bucket. Or forget the WB purchase. Put that money on SpaceX IPO next year. I might. A finished OG Voltron and about to finish Buck Rogers. Any other good old anime and TV series that you recommend? I recommend a comic by Image called Feral. I've read Feral. Any old, the chat will tell you 5,000 old anime to watch. If you watched Buck Rogers, did you watch Battlestar Galactica?
Me? Of course. Yeah. We all watched it.
No, I'm talking to the guy who's super chat. He was asking for recommendations.
But OG or new? I mean, OG is I saw it in a theater in Sense Around. Do you remember Sense Around, Gary?
I do.
So when the Battlestar would come out, the whole theater would shake. So they did, and the theatrical cut is slightly different than the TV version because they killed John Colicos, which was great. In a cutaway, they chop his head off.
Mm-hmm. Space 1999, Blake 7, some older sci-fi. It's good stuff. When reviewing the stupid Doctor Who spinoff, you said we are polluting the oceans. Your boomer programming is showing. We are not. That is silly. No, I said the show is. The show is. As far as polluting the oceans, I was referring to
in Egypt.
In Egypt, third world countries. There's fucking trash everywhere, man.
They literally just throw it into the Nile.
Yeah. The West isn't the problem. The West is not the problem.
It's the third world culture.
Yeah. But the show's saying it.
By the way, I don't know if Yellow Flash is still out there, but share my screen here. I need some enabling. Alamo Draft House has for pre-order a Godzilla popcorn bucket.
No, don't do that.
I think it's a very smart purchase for $45. I might have to get this. So Yellow Flash, if you're there, yay or nay on the Godzilla popcorn bucket?
See, I would say yes to this.
Yeah. It's $45.
That's a lot for a popcorn bucket.
No, I don't like it.
It's Godzilla.
I like the kind of cheesy silliness to it. I think it gives it charm. But Chris, I think you have enough popcorn buckets.
No, I stopped buying them. Last one I got was Galactus. I have not bought any.
Yeah, that's the last one I got.
I was tempted by Tron Ares. They had the light cycle, but then I thought it was.
What's
Tron
the best
Ares.
one?
The best popcorn bucket?
Yeah.
Dune is tied with Galactus.
Okay.
They're great.
What about the bat signal?
The bat signal, I have that one. That one is also excellent. Damn it.
That might be my favorite. The bat signal.
Those are top tier.
Yep.
Those are the goated popcorn buckets. And this one is right there. Oh my God.
But yeah, like I mean, are we polluting the ocean? We kind of other countries are.
Other countries, I just saw a report.
There's a bunch of plastic out there. I mean, like, I'm not going to deny that. It's not good to pollute the ocean, but the ocean's pretty fucking big too. But as far as the West is concerned, we're not the problem.
Yeah,
we are not the problem. That's why this whole climate fucking shit. It's a scam because the countries that are the worst at it are not going to do anything to change, like China.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X. I'm not a boomer though, but you can call me a boomer. It's fine. Gamer Gramps 60 for $5. Gary, because I respect you. The truth is, the Gentleman series sucks. I respect you too, Gamer Gramps, and you can have your opinion, which I completely disagree with. I think it's one of the best shows of the last few years. Highly recommend it. What did you not like about it though? Did you like the movie and not like the show? Because I love the movie too. I love the movie. Part-time Indian truck driver. Oh boy. There's a lot more on the road than you think. Having
many
just
videos.
did my 18-hour drive and staying in truck stops, and yeah, it's a concern. And then after going to Egypt and seeing like how different, I mean, the culture is and the culture and the driving is. I don't know how the driving is in India, but I know how the driving is in Egypt. And I know that if an Egyptian truck driver came over here without any real training and was given a license, it would be a fucking shit show. Because they drive by feel over there.
I think it's the same in India because it's the same in Vietnam as well.
So in their country, they can make these insane U-turns, and it might work because, again, I haven't been to India, and I don't have any plans of going. But in Egypt, there isn't a ton of like crazy speeding because of the way they drive. And I'm not saying it's better, but it makes sense there, but it doesn't make sense here, and it will get people killed, and it's getting people killed. That's why you need to train them or hire more American truck drivers. That would be my solution. Hire American truck drivers. Hail to the truck drivers out there. I see the bullshit you guys go through with all these little cars zipping around, not realizing that you can't stop on a dime and not understanding why you're trying to pass another truck, but you need to pass that other truck. Like, yeah, hail to the truck drivers. Hail to the working men and women. We know some women truck drivers who follow this channel. Chris, what are you looking at?
We know some women coal miners.
Well, no, that's not a woman.
What?
Not a woman.
I'm actually answering emails. Alan would be proud of me. And I
Morgue,
might buy that popcorn bucket.
The Morgue 77 for $5. Start with JLA to introduce the team. The JLU, just my opinion. I'm fine with that. Build up to the JLA and then go to JLU. That could be your progression. But right now, what's the story of the DCU?
I don't
What's
know.
the through line?
I thought they would have been better just start with JLA, Justice League of America. Then you can tell prequels of single stories of those characters. That's one way to go. I don't know. I don't know what the story of the DCU is.
I don't either. There's no through line. There's no consistency other than James Gunn. James Gunn is the consistency.
Yeah.
Slain Hope for $5. Do you know who invented stocks? The East Indian Trading Company, the most evil company to ever exist. Things make a lot more sense now, don't they? Yeah, watch the movie, the series Taboo with Tom Hardy, made by the creator of Peaky Blinders. They get into that a little bit. Hi, all. If the Netflix deal goes through, is there a real chance that a film/TV physical releases will stop entirely, even including previous releases? Yes. Yes, I think that's the first thing that falls. I think a lot of people have mentioned that when the night I heard of the sale, that was the first thing that hit my head is, oh, goodbye 4K releases. Goodbye DC animated DVD and Blu-ray releases. Alex Belfort, 9451 for $5. Winter in Wisconsin. So I'm going to do nightly elliptical sessions in the basement and go through TOS episode by episode. Screw New Trek. Well done. Do it. Nick the Devil for $10. Discovered Future Man the other night. I've never heard of it. Not bad at all. It gets a little woke. It does. Future Man. Surface for $4.99 just drops a donation and walks away. Thank you, Surface. Scott Freeman for $30 says, Nerdrotic, thanks to you, Chris, the drinker, and the rest of the guys. You inspired me to start my channel. It's small now. I am learning and hope it gets better. Would you please give my channel a shout out? It is Bizlock's Retro Hour.
Yes.
Bizlock's Retro Hour. Have fun. It's a good hobby. Oilers Workshop for $4.99. Gary, did you know your book is rated teen? Is it? Where?
It's above. Oh God, I didn't. It's above the UPC.
Is it rated teen? I mean, I don't get into like anything horrifying. I could imagine that. Yeah, I don't get into like explicit details. So yeah. I don't see why it would be rated adult. It's above the UPC. My wife and I are reading it together. We're about 80 pages deep. Awesome. Awesome. An Aquaman for $5. You legit to look up the real life trans miner. He's not only cross-eyed, but looking upward. Suddenly the aspiration to be coal miners makes sense.
That apparently is the real life coal miner.
Wait, really?
Antonella Rodriguez.
Don't show as. There you go. Don't show as.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh. Okay.
Yikes.
That actually explains a lot.
Yes, I guess. Anyways, sorry, chat.
Anyways, Lord Kamina for $2. You need to check out Will Stansel's show. Hilarious. I have not heard of it. Lord Kamina, majority of the plastics comes from India and China. Yes. Yes, it does. I know you can't watch a music video, but here, have you seen One Funk to Rule Them All? Song is a banger. Malachi, I think I have. Oilers Workshop for $4.99. Went to Egypt in 2017, arrived at 3 a.m., and the taxi driver drove us into downtown Cairo at 93 miles per hour on the freeway. So I with no working seatbelts. Oh, shit. But it was open.
Scary.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Buy the bucket, forget the overpriced statue, says Anakbaman. John's
I bought the bucket.
John's getting gaming for $5. Note to any truck drivers on US 40, it's a 2-lane road. You don't have to drive right next to each other for 500 miles at the same speed. Well, they're trying to pass each other because they have time constraints, but yeah, it gets a little rough on those 2-lane roads. It does. It does. Is that it, X-Ray Girl?
Yeah, unless you there's some memberships. Do you want me to read that quickly?
Yep.
Nashville guitarist says, I do hope Netflix wins. Saudi money is dirty. JWT says, I'm all for more in coal mining, trans or cis. Nemeshki says she is more like the queen of buttholes, not coal. Enoch Maman says, look up the real miner. Dude's got cross eyes. Nick says, do you mean trans miner or trans minor? Dark Hierophant says, since Doctor Who's dead, is this the obituary ad? Hitchhiker says, how much money has Disney made from Fox after their purchase? I think the answer is 0 for 70+ billion pounds purchase price. How does Netflix make money? I don't know. Slain Hope says, truth, justice, whatever is peak Hollywood pettiness. And John Gets Gaming says, Chick-fil-A still brings quality far above other fast food. But yes, local is best, I suggest. Olives and peppers for pizzas. If you are ever in Pittsburgh, Steel City Con is 3 times a year. If y'all ever want to visit, I'll bring some. Ooh.
All
Very
right.
fun. That's it.
Cool. All right. What do you got coming up, Chris?
Justine Bateman live on Hollywood on the Rocks.
Yeah.
We'll do news at the top, and then I shared the she's coming on to talk about her film festival, and she is taking your questions. Justine is very based.
Yes.
Justine Bateman on fire, attacking Gavin Newsom. We'll talk about AI, the Netflix deal, and her film festival, Credo 23 Film Fest. That's her anti-AI film festival. She's great. Talking to her in hour and a half. Very shortly. I gotta eat lunch.
Yeah, I had a little snack. I had to eat.
Yeah, did you? That's why you went off camera.
Yeah, I had to eat.
I was sneezing.
Viv B says it's not gay when it's cold. What are you talking about in the chat?
What?
Justine
doing it to get
Baseman.
warm.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Tune in for that for sure. X-Ray Girl, what do you got coming up?
Tonight, gonna play some games. Playing Silent Hill 2, and that's been really fun. And then Thursday, gaming with Kara, and then Friday Night Tights.
Who do we got on Friday Night Tights?
Baggage Claim.
Yes. Baggage Claim returns. That's awesome.
Mhm.
And while I won't be appearing on Poor Choices, I've made poor choices during this live stream.
You
So,
bought the bronze statue.
You
didn't
drank? Oh, sorry.
I bookmarked it.
You bookmarked it. Okay. I've bookmarked a lot of stuff that I never bought. So
I might buy it. I don't know. We'll see.
sleep on it.
If you think about it tomorrow and a few days after, you probably should buy
Yes.
it. I do
That's
that
my
rule.
That's when I'm at a Comic-Con, that's my strategy. Is I always walk away. If I'm still thinking about it, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
Gotta go back. All right. I'm gonna work on a video.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
been 9 days.
It's been 9 days. I gotta work on a video.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gotta get to work. Quit effing around. I got tons of stuff planned. I just gotta get to it. So yeah, well, who's streaming? Who we gonna raid?
We're rating Rip and the Silverback. I forgot whose channel it's on, but one of their channels.
One of their channels. We're rating that one. And thanks everyone who participated in the show or all the lurkers. We appreciate you. Thanks to the Modrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. I'm so happy to be home for the rest of the holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Sorry I didn't have my Christmas lights on. That was a
Okay.
bad,
Sorry.
bad me. So